Ahoy hoy! I am Planarwalk, and welcome to a Flerfia update. It's been a while since I've done anything, or not a while since I've done anything. I've been working on Flerfia, don't worry. But it's been a while since I've updated everyone on what's going on, or even given an update which you can play, so this is a nice change of pace, I guess. Alright, let me switch this to the main menu, and let me switch over so that everyone can see what's going on, and I'll put this into full screen as well, and I'm going to bring this over here. Let me know how the volume leveling is as well. Itchy back. Don't know why my back is itchy. Maybe it's because I've done an all-nighter getting this up to standard. Like, jeez. I don't know why I've just gotten itchy all of a sudden. Anyway. How's it going, everyone? Let me actually bring the volume of the game up. So, the wrong thing. Actually, no, it was the right thing. No, the chair's good. I've never had itchiness with this chair before. So, let me switch to the... So, for those... Because I see one person who's a Patreon. So, for those people who are wondering what your Patreon money is contributing to, it's this. And making videos, of course. Like, I've been out... Patreon money, or money from Patreon, has been allowed me to focus a lot more on videos, as well as getting this. As well as getting this done. But as I said, I've been working all night on this because... could be a game bug. I had a few annoying things earlier. So anyway, what is new? That is the big question. So... let me drag this over here so that I can see the chat as well as read off some of the updates that this is going to have. Oh yeah, faking Australia is a big thing. Anyway, so there's been small issues and bugs that I've fixed up. One of the things I noticed when people play my game is that they tend to put a lowercase letter as the first letter of their name for some reason. That really annoys me, so I decided I'm going to make it auto default to make the first... So if you erase all the letters in the name, at the first letter that comes up will be a capital letter unless you explicitly tell it to not be a capital letter, or unless your name is space comma. Then there is smoothed out some menus. Can't remember which ones. I've added an icon to the game, so it doesn't show in this version here because this is off the IDE. I should actually compile it though. What else is there? I added a little bit of detail to some environments, not all of them. Just like the first one, because I haven't gone ahead and added it. I made a few details that can go into there. Added attack names that enemies use, so when an enemy attacks you with Psychic Wave, it shows Psychic Wave. It also gives you a little bit more time to block. Or gives you more warning to block. The money is now displayed when buying items because people were complaining that they didn't know how much money they had when they went to buy an item, so they didn't know if they should buy it or not. Add an indicator to show that dialogue has finished scrolling. That's not a big one, that was just something that was very useful. Added an indication that the game has been saved because a lot of complaints that I got was, did the game actually save? I didn't know that the game saved, and yes, the game does save, so I added a little check mark when you save the game, just to show you, yes, your game has been saved. The file structure of the game has been changed, so your old saves don't work, basically. And it also added save file version check, so it just checks to see what version of the what version save file it is it compatible with other versions. If so, it'll try and load it up. If not, then yeah. Completely revamped tutorials. Yes, tutorials are completely different. So, well, not completely different. There's still going to be some old vestigial tutorials, but the tutorials are going to be completely new, as you will soon see. I've also added magic and combo attacks. Combo attacks don't do much at this point in time, but they will make life a whole lot easier when I finally implement them into the turn-based battles. Alrighty. So, without further ado, so I'll show you what I mean. So I can go, hold up, oh yeah, so I can go Nick, alright. So, why haven't I called you out? Is that something about South Islanders? Would you like tutorial messages to appear? Yes, I would. Doesn't break it yet. Oh yeah, do let me know how the volume leveling is as well. Because I don't know if this is... Ooh. Ah, damn it. What was I going to bring up? No, OBS was what I was going to bring up. Okay, so this game is built using... Actually, I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. Actually, there we go. There we go. So the game is built using Game Maker Studio. Okay, that's good. So Game Maker Studio version 1.4.40 something. I don't know. It's a lot of numbers. So the first big major change. So you go through this. Okay. So I decided to... So one of the things that I was having problems with was I didn't like how all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I'm a good fighter. Like, why is your character a good fighter? You know? So Belu's like, no, we got this, fam. And so this is where you learn how to fight. Just very simply. So it's all downloaded into your head. So I can go items, use old sword, equip it to Nick, resume. And yeah, information is literally beamed into your head through one of them things. So. And you basically got to attack to make the lasers disappear. So, one thing I should probably mention is this area where there's nothing, it means that there's still something that I've got to add in there. So there's going to be dive attacks, which are going to be, yeah. So yep, this is. I made this little punching bag last night. Was it? I think it was last night. Sorry if I am scrolling through the dialogue so fast, by the way. So yeah, there's going to be magic, and this is how I was initially having. Okay, one thing is the thing at the top. So you've actually got a wait time before you can use magic. So if you use magic, you've got to wait a little bit before you can use it again. This is for two reasons. Reason number one, if people start spamming like magic, because then it's gonna, people are going to. So I might make it a little bit slower, but I don't want to make it too slow. At the moment, it's about 3 1/3 seconds. Ooh, you'd get some people like 3.33333 seconds. Absolutely. Aligning the text to the top left makes... Okay. Oh no, it's, nothing really happens. Huh. I don't think that was... So yeah, and then you've got the rest of the game that's very, Oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, the name, as I said, the name of the thing appears at the top there. Giving you ample... Oh, I defend right. So giving you ample time to go, okay, gotta defend. Also extends the battles like by a couple seconds, so... Will I be watching Professor Dave on Team Skeptic's channel tonight? Hey, I saw that. I might do. Ahoy hoy, remember Sammy Jenkins. How's it going? Also, probably should do this. I think the tutorials are broken or something. I might have to fix that. But one thing I'm going to add is I'm going to... So has anyone here played... So has anyone here played Paper Mario? Anyone? No? Also, I'm not... Ouch. I'm not showing the bonus areas as well. There's going to be a few fixes that I will make before I release this. Like, I do want to... So if you've played Paper Mario, the turn-based combat is going to be a little bit like that. And I actually came up with this idea before I knew of the combat system of Paper Mario. Ouch. There we go. So... Oh, I'm not stealing it! So essentially, my initial idea was to try and add defending, like the QTEs to defending. But then I saw Paper Mario, and I was like, oh, I can apply this to attacking as well. So I'm not stealing it, I'm what's the word? For Flerfia, the terrain sure is bumpy. And this guy here. And there's the, it shows you the amount of money that you got, so... Yes, I will buy a potion from you. Yes, I will buy a potion. Okay. I should probably save. And, oh yeah. Tip and saving, here we go. And one of the great things about what I've done is I've basically given MP a use. Now, sure, for every 2 MP you spend, you may recover 1 or 2 HP, right? But you know, it's that's an extra 6 to 12 HP that you got. Although it depends on your magic stat. So for example, it could be about 3 to 9. No. 1, 2, 3 with 7 magic. Oh, damn it. So the rockets people have notified me are annoying. There you go. I just destroyed the rocket. I'm not using floats to keep track of currency. I never use floats to keep track of currency. Never. It's using integers. I could go with doubles. Well, technically, I'm using whatever GameMaker tells me that I'm using, but generally, as long as you don't do any division with GameMaker, you're good. So one person says might be because the sword has a 200 millisecond delay. Oh, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this down and I'm going to get someone who I've been friends with for a long time onto the stream. So let me do that. Is there Hoi Hoi?
What's up, man?
There we go. How's it going?
My mic is muted.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to build... Actually, there was a problem that I had earlier. Don't know why. Might be something to... This is going to be risky showing everyone the code, but, you know, it's like... It's annoying when there's a problem with... Oh, that would be why. Actually, this code isn't too important, so... Don't want people hacking the game, so... Alright, here we go. Now... Platypus... What's... Oh, so the reason why there seemed to be floats in there was because I was just making I was putting a bit of joke into it, you know. It's $29.99 rounded up, and actually if you actually go to him with $29, then it will go, you know, 20. I said rounded up, not rounded down, or something like that. I can't remember what he says. So yeah. All right, let's compile this.
I haven't seen anything to do with the game so far.
Okay. And I'll go...
You got 23 people watching right now?
Yeah. We've got people like Ragical, Bob the Science Guy, Brainy Beaver. Okay, so there is actually a delay with the... There's not so much a delay with attacking, there's more of a delay when the actual damage appears. Or when trying to... Words. So there's a bit of a delay when there's a bit of... So there's essentially what happens when you go to attack is it creates an object that can actually damage enemies. So the object has a hitbox, and that appears shortly after the actual attack. There's only one attack, which I'm actually going to change, which it appears directly when you press the attack, and that is the standard ground attack. And that's because with the standard ground attack, that was the first attack that was made, and I didn't put a delay before the hitbox showed up. But I will be putting a hitbox, or I'll be putting a delay on that as well. And it's mostly going to be to make it more Dark Soulsy. That's always fun. Alrighty.
Last time you said a game was like Dark Souls, you made it so that if I saved at the wrong time, I had to restart.
Oh yeah, I remember that game. This game is very much like Unescapable, but more fluid.
Okay.
So yeah. Alright, let me bring this over here. Documents. Okay, it's not my porn folder. It's a different folder that I need to go into.
Hey, you should show us that.
Nope. That would get me banned off YouTube. I don't want to be banned off YouTube. Okay. Let me know. ABC Flerfia. Here we go. Build, and let's bring in 1.4. There we go. So what I'll be doing... Might need more visual indicators. I'm not sure how... I am trying to make sure visual indicators are added. That's one of the things that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that there's more visual indicators so that there's more sort of feedback.
Uh-huh.
I actually came up with a brilliant idea for a visual indicator that I'm going to add before the next video. Oh, no.
Oh, is this thing I should download?
Yep. It's Flerfia Alpha Build 0.1.4.exe.
Okay. I'm sick.
Okay. And if you screen share, I'll drag it over to my screen that's... So one of the visual indicators that I'm going to have is when you... Because I've noticed that heaps of people go down the path that's the difficult path. So I'm going to add a visual indicator to let people know that it's the difficult path. The difficult path will be littered with skeleton bones. Just to let people know, hey, you're going down the path that's going to kill you. The other way is easier. So, you know.
Okay, entire screen share.
All right.
Downloads. Please excuse the incessant amount of OSU files.
And I also, I should probably also add to the thing that there's something that I was going to. What was I going to say? Yeah, I should probably also add to the thing that there's new music. So the new music is that tune that I wrote that was playing at the start that people said sounded like Prince of Persia or something. All right, let me bring this up and.
Windows Defender says fuck you. Fuck you.
Run anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now we're getting someone to play. Now we're basically getting someone to play this who hasn't played this before. Pretty sure they haven't played it before.
Nope, I haven't even watched the trailer that you posted before.
Oh, there's been no trailers.
Oh, okay.
So, by the way, if there's a need for a high school... Okay.
Meal. There we go. Would you like the tutorial messages to appear? Sure. Wake up, wake up. Okay, that's loud. How do I change the volume?
So, the way you change the volume is by going to your speakers down the bottom right. Right-clicking.
Volume mixer.
Yep. Yeah.
So there's no in-game volume?
Not yet. I'm going to add in-game settings to control volume and all that jazz, sound effects and all that.
Okay. So I can't press up to jump, just have to do spacebar. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Visually looks like unescapable so far. What's this?
So a lot of the stuff that's there is just nothing.
Okay.
It's just decoration. Danny Pratt should be a boss. That'd be interesting. I'm gonna have some sort of there's going to be one boss, which is going to just be a troll boss, right? And that's going to be the egg.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give it the worst. I'm not even gonna put much effort into its thing. And into its what's it call it? I'm not gonna put much effort into what actually. Shit, I'm trying to think into the theme song for it. It's just going to be a stupid sounding theme song, probably like 8 bars that repeats until you complete the battle, and yeah, it'll be an egg, and everyone will know what it's in reference to. But it is going to present itself as like a difficult boss, so yeah, gonna want to be ready for it.
Nope, we got this, fam. I love that. Okay. Weapon. Obtained old sword. Okay, pause menu.
So this is just telling you how to. I'm going to have it so that you can disable that tutorial. But right now,
Okay, looks the same as Unescapable for the menu, except it's got some interesting additions.
so you actually need to. So one thing I'm gonna do is you actually need to equip the item.
Items. Use. Old sword.
And it's backspace to. Yeah. Or that.
Give it a try. Oh, I like the animation for that.
What?
It's a bit choppy, but I like the animation for the slash. Even if it is a bit choppy.
Yeah, like it's much. As I said, a lot of this is better. It's a very much an improvement on Unescapable in a way. Unescapable was more of a troll game. This one is somewhat. This one is also somewhat a troll, but it's not as. It's actually trying to present itself as a competent game rather than Unescapable, which was, how can I just troll the player in every single way possible? This one is going to have a story and all that, and it's going to be more linear than Unescapable.
I'm holding up. It's not doing anything.
That's shift.
Shift?
Yeah.
You should make that more clear.
Yeah, I'll probably have a movement sort of thing that appears near the start. Oh yeah, I forgot to remove that, didn't I? Unescapable.
Start some HP. Give it a try. Okay.
It does use MP, by the way. So yeah, Unescapable, the idea behind it was a game that's, fun to play, fun to watch, and I mean, it's fun for me to watch people play it, so...
I unlisted the videos where I was playing it, but I can send those to you later if you want.
Oh, it's actually, I think I have one of them saved in my liked videos, so... So yeah, this...
Okay, random encounters.
Oh yeah, there are random encounters. One person said up would be... yeah, not a full arrow. Oh yeah, so Unescapable is actually on Game Jolt, so... And this Flerfia will eventually go on Game Jolt when I put it into more of a public beta, or when I go to try and get Kickstarter money from it. And at that point, there'll be a lot of... Yeah, at the point where there's... Well, actually, I'm just trying to think. Like, the animation style for Flerfia is way different to Unescapable. So Flerfia, it's everything's a lot more fluid. Unescapable, it's um,
Ooh.
so these are the random encounters. These are the things that will probably end up fucking you up if you don't defend. So remember, shift is to defend.
Okay. And then how effective is the defend?
Half of the it can prevent up to half the damage, depending on how effective you defended. Defending essentially depends on how close to taking the damage you actually defend. But
Is there anything over here?
No.
Okay.
I'm not that much of a troll where I'm. Oh, you might want to save, by the way.
Okay.
Just so that you know. Okay.
I keep pressing escape to try and... Okay. Oh shit, I forgot to block.
Yeah, because blocking is one of the... In random encounters, so far, it is one of your most effective things. Random encounters are going to get a whole lot easier when I actually implement the combos into random encounters. But yeah, that's probably the one thing that people sort of forget to do is defend. So I'm gonna...
I think it'd be cool if, like, you could change the direction of your attacks and it would do different things. And then, in doing so, while you're, making an attack during the turn-based section, you could do, like, a more, complex attack.
Yeah, so essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... this is why I brought up the Paper Mario thing earlier. So essentially during the turn-based section attacks, you're going to be able to hit... when you go to attack, it's going to have a few buttons that will come up, button prompts. Now, if you get... You're going to be judged on two things. How accurate you are, and how many buttons you actually get. So if you get them perfect, then you'll get the yeah, you're not meant to get on go on spikes, buddy.
It wasn't on purpose, man. Oh,
Okay, what's going on here?
I'll let you take a look at that.
Yeah, save
I was just trying to save.
data structure with... Huh. User defined 0. Okay. This is how... This is... Even trolled the volumes slider and unescapable. What's the other way? Yep, it's somehow you broke it. I don't know how. Here I was thinking that my save files were very indestructible. Let me... If you can... Actually, I'll bring that over here so I can still see it. And...
Here, I'll screenshot it so I can send it to you.
Yeah. Okay. This is where I actually need to go into the... So it was the save button. Where is that? Pause menu. Pause save. Okay,
now you have
user defined. Data structure with index does not exist at GML object pause save other 10. Stack frame is GML object. A non-source line.
Oh.
What?
I just died.
Oh, you just died?
Hey, look, it's your name.
Yeah, I have the thing come up at the start.
Oh shit, how do I go back?
Oh, feck you. How's it going?
How do I go back?
Okay, let's load. Let's load.
You gonna do some stuff for a bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna work out what's going on here. And I'm going to turn the volume down so that it's not too... Alright, let's...
Could I link a video in chat?
Sure. I'm guessing it's unescapable or something.
Hmm?
I'm guessing it's unescapable or something.
Nah, I just want to promote myself.
Fair enough.
I mean, I could link the old cringy videos of me playing Unescapable when I was, like, 13. I don't fucking know.
I don't know how to find this. This is one of them bugs which is going to haunt me, isn't it? It's probably just a glitch that has no explained reason.
I think it was just because I was saving in just a really odd place. I don't know.
No, I could try and save in a chemtrail area. Because it says pause, so step 0. Saying line -1. That's what the thing that's really annoying me. Oh, Regical is a games designer? I did not know that. Yeah, like even if I save in the chemtrails, it's not. Oh, you've done work on Subnautica, nice. I've made, so the games that I've made, right? There's Unescapable, there's Flerfia, there is a prototype that I tried to do of Undestined Fates. That didn't go well. And then there is Lucid World, which I recently tried earlier this year. I was thinking, okay, what if I try and remake that for like portfolio stuff? That didn't go well because I need because when you try and redo something, it doesn't tend to well. Actually, Regical, I'll add you to the call. Let's see if I can add Regical to the call. Oh wait, I need to add him on Discord.
Oh, I'm still sharing my screen. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Regical the Unhallowed Knight. Okay, Regical, I'm going to send you a friend request and how do I do this? Add friend request sent. So Regical, if you can just send me accept my friend request, I'll add you to the call so that this is a private DM thing. So there we go. Create group DM. Alrighty. Just waiting.
Now I need to find it. Let's see. Oh, it actually worked.
There we go.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, yourself?
That's it.
It'll be interesting to see how it's going with Unescapable Regical.
Wait, you still working on that game?
Oh no, I haven't worked on it for ages.
Okay.
Like the last
I just downloaded it from Game Jolt.
Yeah. So do you want to screen share? That way I can.
See, I've never screen shared in this thing. How does that work?
So there's this little button. In the middle you've got this.
Oh yeah, I found it.
Okay, cool.
Do I need to select a?
You need to select
one?
select a window or a
Window. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to find the game though. Let me see.
Can have a bit of issue. Like generally.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
Oh. I clicked the wrong thing at the wrong time. Wait, can everyone hear me? I think Regical and Rogue Guy can't hear me. Damn it. Alright, let's try that again.
I thought it didn't work. Hey, you've played this game before.
Yeah, I played it when it was first in the works.
You know,
That's how I
wanted
met
to slap
Nick.
those balls around, but it didn't let me.
so
Ooh, it's an enemy.
when I see, oh, you worked out how to attack. You worked out that you're not supposed to just jump on them.
No, it was. I mean, they're pointy. Whoa, hey, what? Whoa, hey, that's not supposed to happen. Hey, he's down here.
This brings back memories.
Oh man, I was laughing my ass off when he broke the game. You have no idea how many times my playtesters break my games. It's really amazing to see them break everything.
The annoying thing is when you don't know what went wrong.
Yeah,
It's probably even more annoying if it's something to do with the engine you're using. It just had a small hiccup.
you can't really fix that. Yeah, you basically are dependent on bug fixes for other people. What are you using, by the way? Game Maker or something?
Yeah. Like, I've only got one game in Unity, which is
Was it
Lucid
Lucid
World.
World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had an update which I never released for that, which made it really trippy.
I
But
hope a game titled Lucid World would be trippy.
yeah, I had an update which made it even more trippy.
No! I'm trying to figure out what it's doing. Oh, it's actually attacking me.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I died.
every time they teleport, they attack you. Although this does have Dark Souls style saves. You know how in Dark Souls you've got them bonfires?
Yeah. I haven't found one yet.
You'll get some stuff right after you finish the first boss,
Yeah.
which is right at the top of this platforming area.
Alright,
And
fair
then
enough.
you-
I was just, hey, get back here. No, I can't sprint. I want to kill it. I'll get it eventually. Calm down, calm down.
It's
Oh no,
that
it's gonna explode. Damn it.
You go,
I saw that before. Can you sprint? You can't sprint, right?
Nope.
Pretty much the equivalent of barrels in Flerfia are rockets. Except the rockets are basically homing missiles.
Yeah, I've noticed that, I mean, this one instantly attacks, and you actually have an animation delay in the other one. I like that as well.
Which, like the animation delay or the instant attacking?
Well, basically he's pulling the sword back, and when he slaps the sword forward, that's when he attacks. That's when the attack actually comes.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's...
I like those kinds of melee systems better than just...
yeah. Like, Unescapable...
This one doesn't have a delay.
Unescapable was built back in 2014, I think. Was the year that I started working on it, and so it's when it comes to games, like I had made games before Unescapable, but they weren't really that great. Like there was one.
Didn't you Go on.
So there was one game called Ultimate Dungeon Challenge, which I made using basic Game Maker assets. And then there was another game that I tried making. I can't remember what it was called, but people seem to enjoy that because you could find weed on the ground and just smoke a joint.
For totally unrelated reasons, they like the game. Oh, where the hell did he come from? Random enemy appeared.
They teleport from up there.
But where's my health actually? Oh, it's up there. Okay.
Ugly German True said, Planarwalk builds homo missiles? I'm shocked.
Oh.
Imagine my shock.
This one is annoying because he has a really long delay. I was like, when he's gonna attack? And then suddenly attacks. And the freaking projectile is fast. That's basically trying to get... I want to collect everything. I see what you're doing. You're trying to delay me, but I can't attack them.
You want to be at full health once you get to the boss.
I don't know if you read the message at the start. From...
I glanced through it. I was just basically just testing things.
There was a message at the start that says, did you know that if you kill everything, you get all your health back?
Okay, so I need to kill every bloody thing, and you have somewhere a hidden enemy.
Well, it says basically.
Hey.
Basically, basically, it's a hint that says, if you kill everything in a certain room, you get all your health back.
Was that the starting room? Hey, where did he go? You know what? Hi.
He teleported downward.
Ooh. It's a floor that's gonna crumble, right?
Yep.
And what are those guys down there?
Trolls.
Yeah. I don't trust that one bit. Oh, now everyone is down there?
Pretty much. Where they
Have fun down there.
Where they can't hurt you.
Oh, wait. Damn. Where did the other one go?
They can teleport out of the stage. You probably just want to...
Oh, there's the boss.
Oh, don't worry about it. I got this. Wait.
Bob and Weave Child.
I get the feeling that Radical is gonna die. Like, he's one attack away from dying.
I always live on the edge.
I might actually implement the damage system from Unescapable into Flerfia. I can't remember what the calculations were. I'll have to look them up.
I never beat the second boss.
Whoa.
I kept grinding to get it.
You
but
can't
then
move when
I
you
would fuck
attack.
up.
Oh, don't worry. Jeez. Don't spawn in front of me. No. Where's it going?
I suggest moving.
Go get all the stuff.
And Radical beat the boss first time.
That's better than I did.
I got really lucky. I got shot in the face at the end.
I want to hear Radical read this out. Read the text out.
Oh, I actually clicked the window. I don't have everything. What the hell is that? Let me see. Let me make the window bigger. Yeah, okay.
What the hell is what?
I don't know where we are, though. At least we're alive. I don't have any signal either. Johnny Boy? Who's Johnny Boy? Oh.
Johnny Boy is the main character in Unescapable.
Well, let's find some then. Jesse has joined the party. Where's Jesse?
Jesse is...
I always love that. They basically pick up an entire person, put them in the backpack.
Pretty much.
If anyone wants to play the game, I'm linking it in the stream chat.
Okay.
I see what you did. It's a troll face. You can't see my cursor.
So to
the troll face characters.
There's two ways to attack, right? You can you either auto attack or manually click attack and then click on the character that you want to.
Oh, okay. Hi.
The auto attack button is where it has the two.
Yeah, the one with the arrows.
Yeah.
The arrows thing? Yeah. You can't see my cursor, right?
No, I can't see your cursor.
It doesn't send the cursor, so... Let me see what auto attack does. It kills one.
When they auto attack basically means that when the bar fills up, that it attacks automatically.
Yeah, okay.
As you can tell, there's a lot of
dead here.
similarities between Flerfia and Unescapable, but Flerfia is better.
Yeah, you got some inspiration for your next game.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's this? Can I also attack here? No. We're in the dirt woods. Oh, I love this.
Legend of Zelda style.
Yeah, it really is nostalgic. What's that? It's a log. Okay. Oh, what's that then? Oh, it's just gonna play the game for me.
Yeah.
Well, that's easy. I can just sit back and enjoy. Well, he had like 1 health left.
So people. I didn't actually get the inspiration for that kind of thing from Zelda. I actually thought, this might be a good way to go between areas seamlessly and make the world seem like it's actually one entire world rather than
The stages, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old Nintendo does it a little bit different. It also scrolls, but yeah, it does it a bit different with loading the enemies and stuff. But yeah, it had a lot of limitations.
Yeah.
Oh, you can actually go on the grass.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like this was off limits. Whoa. Bit green here.
Shit gets pretty crazy once you get to the desert.
That
Oh,
will
no,
teleport
oh.
you.
Welcome back to the underworld.
Oh, it's only one guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun how you gave the sword as well. Also very Legend of Zelda like.
Okay.
Feel free to leave whenever you like. Alright, well. What the hell? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This wasn't like this before.
Yeah,
You've gone down and pulled the trick on me.
It teleports you to the so those are called hellholes, right?
Hellholes.
Yeah. By the way, you can save whenever you like as well in this game. Although there's no consequence to dying really.
Okay, you can actually use save slots. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to implement that into Flerfia at some point, save slots, and it'll make a lot more sense in Flerfia than it will.
Yeah, this was basically your proof of concept.
Yeah, like I can basically say, hey, look, if you want to know that I can work on that I can make video games. Oh, Jesse died. Did you know that there's an easy way to get all your health back?
Just murder things.
You have to...
Like if you
Oh
get
no, I haven't read the tutorial, so that's not what I do. I just play the games. To see
okay,
what
if
happens.
you click on the auto attack thing.
Yeah.
Now press attack. And click on Johnny Boy.
What?
If you click on Johnny Boy and just keep doing that, that you'll get all your health back. I'm not even joking.
I see. So it's negative health. Is this a feature or a bug?
Oh, it's a feature. People are saying that Flerfia needs a high score system. I'll probably work on some kind of high score system.
What happens when I go down to 0 then?
You die.
Yay! Let's see, are there secrets here?
No, there's no secrets in that area. There are secrets in the game,
And
but
it was you. Oh, wait, I need to talk to this guy. Oh, wait, this is a safe area. Oh, okay. It basically saves, when I do a save point, it goes back to these hellholes.
well, so those hellholes, right? They are essentially like bonfires in Dark Souls.
Yeah, okay.
So
So they do save your location.
yeah, so they well, they don't really save your location. It's more of that when you go to when you're in a certain area, or when you die, you go to the closest hellhole.
That sounds wrong on so many levels. Let's go to the hellhole. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Well, yes, he's gonna lag behind with his levels now. Because he died.
Yeah, so fortunately the level does increase, like, but I think it's squared. In Flerfia it's going to be cubed. So rather than just a simple exponential graph, it's actually going to be a cubed graph. So that'll be fun.
Was this also made in the same engine as the other one?
Yep.
Right. I gotta say, it runs fairly smooth. For a game maker engine, I didn't actually expect it to be that smooth. I'm
Yeah,
kinda expecting it to be like Flash back in the day, and it's well, still this is not that heavy on the CPU, of course, but
Well, Unescapable. Well, I'm just trying to. Oh, Undertale was built in Game Maker.
yeah, I've seen some amazing games coming from Game Maker.
Yeah, it's
There's multiple things like Game Maker. You have Construct. You have I think they even have a second version right now.
well, when it comes to games, I find that it really depends on when it comes to game engines, it really depends on how you use them as to what they can do. By the way,
You also have to keep in mind that you know you don't overstress the engine.
by the way, Regical, I suggest going up.
Oh, I didn't spot that. Oh, what's this then? This guy looks way too creepy. What does he do?
Go talk to Pewds.
Where is he?
You
Would you
gotta.
like to buy a potion from me? Do I need to click? Oh, I need to click. Good choice, sir. Okay, do I have a potion now?
Yep. If you go to items.
That music.
For anyone
I feel
who.
like I'm being trolled here.
I'm gonna be right back, Nick.
Okay. Yeah, talk to everyone here.
A valuable stone. Bob. You seem like a trustworthy person there, Bob. You can get something valuable with that. Okay, okay. Here, have this. Sure. Thank you for taking the pebble. Yes, thanks for the pebble. I really wanted the pebble. Chips? Okay.
Some people have multiple dialogue as well.
Rick roll? What are you talking about? Just listen closely. ... Never gonna give you... Hey, I just got rickrolled. Go away. Let me go. I don't want to talk to this guy. Okay. He was actually trolling me. Going bros. Dude, why are your hands showing? What do you mean? The other guys are hands showing as well.
Glowing.
They're glowing with the fabulous power of the bros.
This is this is way back in.
PewDiePie.
Remember, this is way back in 2014. So
Yeah, the memes are there. Nothing is impossible. Oh wait. Felix, of course it's Felix. Trollolololo. Yeah. Hi there, troll. What's this? Initiating
Cutie
rhythm
pie.
simulation. What am I doing here? Oh crap! What? Oh, I need to time. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Oh no, it's this.
13% accuracy. You can try again as many times as you want. Remember, just look at the keys.
Simulator. Okay. S. Yeah. Okay. 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 Hey. 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 Look at that. Oh, wait, I need to. It's... Well, at least I got further this time.
you got 3 XP from that.
Nick.
I want to see what's in the house.
Yeah, what?
Nick.
What's that, Rogo?
Why did you implement a rhythm game into Inescapable?
Because why not?
Excellent answer. Is this an infinite? Oh, I thought you.
By the way,
probably with
everybody
infinite
that's
plane.
there you can talk to multiple times, and some of them have really, oh, not everyone, but some people you can talk to multiple times, and some of them have really great dialogue. So I recommend that.
Oh, you should also tell them about the death messages.
The death message.
Oh wait, no. The messages you get when you win, like a match. Like a random encounter.
No, not the Rickroll guy. Go away. Let me go. Why is there a random patch here?
You know what I'm talking about, Nick?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I prefer not to tell people that, and let them find that out on their own.
Okay.
So yeah, I suggest.
Okay, I do have to go, by the way. I'll check out the game later a bit more.
Okay.
But, I have to jump out. So.
So yeah, I suggest saving and then.
Oh, I found a
That,
hellhole.
remember that was that one that teleported you to the other one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, hey, yeah. Well, either hellhole. Let me see. So if I save here, I get back to the hellhole, right?
Well, saving actually just saves your location, so it saves your location, level, all that kind of good stuff. And then when you load the game back up, it'll load everything. Hellholes, you don't have to be near a hellhole to save. You can save anywhere.
Okay, so just if you save, you just have to unlimited saves. Right? Oh, hey. I just got attacked.
Yeah.
By the troll face. Yeah, well, let's save it again. Because I just killed someone.
So it's... Oh, and you can also log into Game Jolt to get trophies. Game Jolt trophies.
Oh, you actually have it locked? Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll have to. I'm not logged in right now, but I usually get my games from there. But if I actually knew you had a game on there, I would have played it on stream as well.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Beaver, what's the Canadian beaver called again? Brainy Beaver. Yeah, that's right.
He's also in chat, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still in chat, but I said about him playing Flerfia. Oh yeah, there he is. I said about him playing Flerfia sometime. If he wants, I can bring him into the call.
Oh, you can take over maybe.
Yeah.
Just have him take over. I'm being replaced by a beaver.
We'll all be replaced by
Brainy,
beavers.
if you want to jump into the chat, type a 1 in chat. Gotta have it interactive.
I'll just bring this over here. Come on, Discord. There we go. I'll just wait. I'll just check to make sure that I'm actually friends with Brainy Beaver. I've been finding that I'm. Nope.
Sorry, right now, I didn't even know that there was a friends system in Discord. I think I clicked a few times accept, but it didn't register that there's actually a friends system. I thought it was just a bunch of servers with people in them. you know.
Okay. Add friend. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, when it comes to Discord, yeah, there is actually a friend system.
Yeah, I knew about it, but it didn't register. It was like, oh hey, yeah, of course there's a friend system.
Yeah. A lot of people saying in the House of Planarwalk chat. Kit robots, and then there's also Hype Deck. And then there's Me Seeks Welcome Box. Okay. Okay. I'll add friends to DM and I'll add Brainy Beaver. There we go. Brainy Beaver, just message me when you are ready to be added to the DM, because I think it will automatically call you when I do that.
I'm trying to figure out how to stop the streaming. Just click the thing again. Oh, there it is. Well, that's a bit weird. I was just expecting some kind of stop streaming button, but no, it's hidden behind the share screen button. Okay, well.
Wait, how does Rogue Guy have everyone powers?
Don't question it. I should be a mod. Probably the Planner Fam rule.
Probably. But yeah.
It's always fun getting more playtesters on your games, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm an OG.
I don't know. As I've said, I don't know when this update of Flerfia will be available. And why is it saying please stand by on this stream? That's weird.
You're still streaming, though.
Oh, I know that I'm still streaming, but I'm just wondering why it says please stand by. You know, I'd expect it to kind of have my stream up. Like if I copy the link. Ooh, no, I don't want to copy that. Copy the link. I don't know why there's a like system on Patreon. Yeah, I'm still streaming. That's good. Brainy Beaver has to put clothes on.
Is he naked again?
It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
Well, you know, he's gonna do a face reveal in a few days, I think. I'm not sure when. I think next week maybe. But he already did a butt crack reveal, so you know we do know way too much about him than we already should have known.
Fair enough.
He did it for his 2500 subscriber special, where he basically poured maple syrup on himself because he's Canadian, and that's what they do, I guess. But yeah, he was in his swimming trunks, and we saw too much.
Yeah, I don't think we want to see too many butt cracks or anything. So yeah.
But he did make history. He was the first butt crack reveal before face reveal.
Oh.
So there is that.
Oh, we've got 1 minute debunk in the chat. Ahoy hoy. This has been keeping me awake, by the way. As I've said, I've done an all-nighter.
What time is it?
It's 10 a.m. So what I'm probably going to do once the stream is finished is I'm going to grab towels from the dryer. I'm going to bring them in here. I'm going to crash. I'm going to go to sleep, right? Then when I wake up, I'm going to have a shower. Because that's an important thing. And then what's going to happen after I have a shower? I'm probably going to record video. I'm actually confused. Well, not confused. That's flat earthers that are confused. I'm actually wondering what I should make a video on. I've got a few ideas, right? I'm thinking right the hand is one.
Oh boy.
Because, you know, the video that I did on that guy got quite a bit of attention, and there are some people saying that guy is the worst flat earther that there is. And I'm like, I'm thinking I should probably remind people of right the hand, to be honest.
I'm guessing he's the worst content creator. Because Right Hand only does streams, right? He doesn't actually have his own videos.
Oh, he does have his own videos, I think. I don't know, though.
It's probably bad. Well, that guy, I mean, that guy is constantly going around in everyone's comment sections, basically talking about he wants to, you know, talk about stuff, but he doesn't want to debate. So, as soon as the word debate falls down into some kind of chatty bit he runs back to his channel.
That's why I said that I want to have a discussion with him. You know, I will gladly have I'll gladly have a discussion with him to show how wrong he is. Or, you know, maybe he's a big-brained... He did say something about high IQ skepticism, so...
Really?
So, yeah, I'm not even joking. Let me pull up the comment. Where is it?
You want to have him on the stream, by the way, or just chat with him in a Discord, or I don't even know he has Discord. I don't think he has Discord.
I think it'll be fun to do it on a stream. He'll probably, yeah. Here we go.
Problem is he doesn't do streams though. I mean, we tried to set him up with Fight the Flat Earth. We tried to set him up with Dead Kennedy in Space, Team Skeptic, and no, he doesn't do streams. He just runs away.
So here's...
But yeah, you are a bit nicer than all of us together, so you know maybe he will stream with you.
Yeah. So here's the thing that here's the thing that guy posted on my channel. He posted a link and said, "High IQ skepticism is required. High IQ, not ignoring everything, assuming you're right, and I'm the one who doesn't understand the globe claim. You don't know what you don't know. You won't know it until you learn it, and you can't learn it if you keep ignoring it and thinking you're right and need to teach me what you know. The same thing I learned in school and believed for 38 years. Ego is the problem." And I don't think my ego is getting in the way of me being a flat earther. I think my logical brain is getting in the way of me being a flat earther.
It just hurts to listen to that. But yeah, that's basically all his comments. Oh yeah, MCToon, he also agreed to debate with MCToon. And never showed up. So, good luck with that, Planarwalk. Someone's got to get him on a stream someday. I mean, that guy really... That guy, really... Why is it such a stupid name?
Yeah.
But yeah, that guy really needs to be on the stream someday.
Yeah, but he did make a kind of response to my video, but it's not really a response. Like, let me see if there's anything new. So yeah, he made a video called "How the Globetard Assumes Their Compass Works," right? And you know, when someone doesn't upload videos for 2 weeks, then has a video made on them, and immediately goes to immediately they make a video on the same subject. It's like, yeah, I know it's about me, but you know, he didn't mention me in any way or anything. So at least he's keeping to the claim, but that means that he hasn't addressed my demonstration. He hasn't addressed as I said, I did a demonstration. The demonstration completely destroys everything that he says. Alright, Brainy Beaver just messaged me. And I'll go add friends to DM and then Brainy Beaver. There we go. Add. There we go. I need to get grinding.
Hello?
Ahoy hoy.
Check. Mike. No? I think you can hear me.
Hello?
Oh, I'm listening in 2 sources. Hold on. That's what's happening.
Rogue guy, we're supposed to... how do I
Hello.
deafen Brainy Beaver so that he can't hear?
Uh-oh.
what we say.
Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. You were going through a different part of my banana. I was hearing you like 10 seconds, 15 seconds later.
I have to say, Brainy, that still sounds so wrong.
What are you saying, Nick?
I was just gonna say we should just remain
Whispering in my
silent.
banana.
We should just remain silent so that Brainy thinks.
Yeah. It never works, Planarwalk. We tried that before, but there's always someone talking to the person who joins.
Yeah.
It's because it's mean, you guys. How does my mic sound in general? Does it stay... hold on, I can lift the output a little bit. Does it stay on target, or does it kind of feel like it shifts in and out?
Your mic sounds better than Nick's.
You
what?
what?
I was... On Fight stream, it was all over the place, but I was also looking at 2 different monitors, so I think I was just not talking at the mic.
What?
You have to the directional thing. Speak into the mic.
Did you say erection? I got excited.
God
Oh no,
damn
direction.
you.
I got you.
What did you say, Rokai?
So how are you guys playing the
the
game? Or,
Beaver's mic is better than yours.
or did he send you like a copy of the game and you guys are just like screen sharing?
Yeah. So basically,
It's on Game Jolt.
yes.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Ooh, like,
I'll see.
That's
I
the
don't.
indie game studio.
Well, then I'll get it for him.
I'm broke. Do I have to pay things?
No.
Free game.
There's lots of free games on there, by the way, Beaver. The games I played on our stream are mostly from
I don't
there.
even have time to play paid games.
Is Game Jolt not free anymore?
Oh, there are paid games there, but most of them are free.
That's retarded.
It's kind of a also those weekend tournaments between game designers, right? Where they basically have to design a game in one weekend. They're also
You mean
on there.
a game jam?
Yeah.
Yeah, game jam. I was looking for the word, but I couldn't find it. I'm gonna jump out for a bit. Maybe I'll join back up.
Okay.
Maybe.
Hold
I
on.
don't know. But for now, I have to leave. So, have fun, guys.
Bye bye.
Did
Is
you?
it unescapable?
Yeah, it's unescapable. And it's pretty much the.
Yeah, my wife went in.
Hmm?
Oh, go ahead.
It's pretty
I
much.
was gonna say my wife went in the ditch with her car last night. That was fun. Snowstorm
Oh.
here right now. It's got freak snowstorm. Oh, she's fine. The car
Okay.
didn't roll or anything.
Oh,
I got a
okay.
freaked out call, after she was like taking the babysitter home. It was like, I'm in the ditch. I'm in the ditch. I'm in the ditch. It's like, all right. It's like, are you okay? It's like, oh yeah. It's like, all right. Let's move forward from this then. How's the car? What am I doing here? I'm loading things, installing things. I don't even know. I have
Someone.
to find my. There it is.
I
No,
think
go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
I think someone's testing the delay or something of the stream. I just noticed. I think it's Dark Knight Apologetics is testing.
Windows has protected my PC.
Oh, do you want to wait? You just click run anyway, or there should be something like saying read more and then run anyway. That should be good.
Actually, don't even... Oh, more info. Yeah, that's right. They hide the run anyway button now. I forgot. That
Yeah.
rarely happens. Why would it do that with that?
I think it's because like nobody plays Unescapable, so it's like, what is this? I don't know. I don't have this in my database. This is a virus.
Well, clearly it thinks it's a virus. Either that or you are putting a virus on my computer, you terrible person.
It might also be because it stores files in the local app data file. And because I don't know, it does store files in the app data file, and
Oh, paperwork down.
But I don't think that it can store too much. In fact, I've actually made Flerfia store. Yeah, Flerfia is pretty much going to use less information than Unescapable did, because Flerfia will write directly to binary. So, writing directly to binary, you get smaller file sizes. 1 minute debunks. Yeah, we're gonna have Brainy Beaver playing playing the game. When Brainy, you there? Yeah, might as well bring the MCToon in. MCToon, everyone's joining. Oh, sorry. Brainy, you there? I think we appear to have lost the beaver, everyone. Brainy, you there? And
Hello. Oh, we have another person.
yeah, we've got MCToon joining us.
World's worst rapper.
Yeah, as I think I said. I think I said to you. Yeah, I think.
Oh, there goes the beaver.
Okay. So yeah, I think I said that you should have your 1 minute. Damn it, I mixed two things up. I think you should have your Flat Earth name as MC Flatsmack, and that would be that would really be the world's worst rapper.
I'll take it.
Not that I'm much better, you know.
MC Flatsmack destroyed you guys.
Yeah, with the banana about Cavendish. I mean, I could try rapping.
Somebody did. Oh, yes.
Like the only rap that I can that I really try is the one that goes. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
Eminem.
Yep.
That's the one song I know by him.
There's also that one goes.
Two trailer park girls go around the outside.
Yeah. Two trailer park girls go around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. I own
Play
the
guitar.
I don't actually have any guitars set up. What's
You lost your guitar?
Oh no, it's like I don't have any that are really close to be able to be picked up. I have one all the way over there, and that's not the case. 1 minute debunk said something about the game's title being a big lie.
Flerfia?
No, I think he's talking about Unescapable.
Oh.
Apparently we're destined to lose the beef, though. So, that's unfortunate. Does MCToon want to try and have a crack at Unescapable?
Playing it? I'm on a Mac.
Ah, wine.
Sorry. No.
Should I get on Flerfia again?
I mean, if you want to.
Okay.
So, I believe that everybody is in agreement with me that HTML is not a programming language.
I disagree.
Yeah. It doesn't pass the Turing test.
Yep. Okay. There we go. It's settled. Because I have heard people refer to programming in HTML or something. It's like, no, you are not. It is not a programming language.
Well, you could go with the flat earther style and say the last word is language, therefore it's a language.
Yeah, it's not a programming language.
That's why airplanes are called airplanes, because they fly in the plane.
Wasn't that on Simon Dan's?
Yeah, that was his guy.
Yeah.
But they fly through the atmosphere, so it's a sphere. There you go. Checkmate.
Yeah, checkmate. Flat earthers. was going to say globetards for a second there. Yeah, but it annoys me when someone says that they're programming in HTML, and it's like, no, you're not programming in HTML. And HTML, I would actually like a web programming language. And I'm not talking about JavaScript. I mean something where you can actually take elements and put them on a page with full control over them. None of the CSS bullshit.
Yeah, something from the beginning designed to be an interactive. Yeah.
Yeah. Because essentially that's what it seems like HTML is. HTML is, they started with trying to make it something easily understandable for web pages, and I can't understand why. And they're like, okay, people are wanting interactivity.
This is not going to go well.
Let's add JavaScript. What have we...
Yeah, JavaScript was an afterthought by a different group of people.
Oh, we've got Red Guys. Oh, there we go. Oh, this part.
How am I supposed to do this? With 5 health?
Just try your best, buddy.
Well, I've died 5 times already. I'm going the other direction.
I mean, do you have a potion?
Yeah, I just don't want to waste it.
I mean, sometimes it's better to just... There's no other way, by the way. I mean, there technically is another way, but that's just another area.
Brute force. I'm just bad at game.
On one hand, you have certain death. On the other hand, you have probable death. Big. I see you got introduced to the only way to put a comma into the into it. The only way to enter a comma into your name is to press the space bar. That's the only way to do that. It adds a space and a comma whenever you press the space bar. There is a reference to density, by the way, in this. Big PP sounds like Riley's purple helper. Apparently there's some offer at Burger King. I actually have a free burger there. I should go there.
What am I missing? I equipped the sword.
I feel like I need a better computer though, because a lot of people are saying about. Oh yeah, one thing that you can also do with this game is you can use a controller. It actually, if you were to plug in a controller, it would actually switch the buttons to be controllers, to be controller input. It does that. Detects whether you've got a controller plugged in. It's nifty like that.
I remember us playing Unescapable with a controller back in the day.
Yeah, this Oh yeah, here's another big difference between Flerfia and Unescapable. Unescapable is partially controller compatible. Flerfia is fully controller compatible. Like, it's designed with controllers in mind. It's actually probably somewhat better to play Flerfia with a controller than with a keyboard in some cases. I do try and oh yeah, Rogo, just remember, fleeing yields no XP. You want to get to level 2.
Okay.
Trust me, you want to get to level 2. Just learn how to defend.
Whatcha? I'm gonna beat him down with my big schlong.
As I said, learn how to defend.
I was defending.
You didn't defend.
Should I just hold it down, or do I press it, like, on time?
Press it on time.
Okay, that's what I've been doing.
You haven't been pressing it on time. It actually... Ouch. It actually lets you know. By the way, you should probably save before something bad happens. So, like, if a shield appears in front of your character, you defended properly. If a shield doesn't appear, you didn't defend properly. You're gonna die. I can tell right now that you're gonna die.
Fuck.
You are going to die. This is why I'm going to put bones that go down that path. Just to let you know that this is the difficult path.
Oh.
There we go. And you got a perfect defense that time as well. You get extra XP for perfect defenses.
So is there no way to avoid damage?
There's no way to completely avoid damage, right?
Okay.
But with getting those perfect defenses, then you can minimize damage a lot. Like, you'll notice that you took about half the damage that you did. So you can reduce the damage you take by up to half. And as I said, the perfect defenses will grant you 2 XP for each perfect defense.
Fuck.
Yeah, fleeing doesn't always work. I should warn you about that.
Okay, Discord.
One person says, game dev fail, you can't avoid taking damage. So it's not so much... I don't think it's so much a failure on my part to... Because there's a lot of games where you can't avoid taking damage, right? Wait, did something crash there? Did we lose... Okay, my cursor is going around. Oh, there we go. What happened there? Okay, I think Discord crashed.
I can still hear you.
Yeah, I think Discord crashed on the visual side, because now I'm seeing nothing.
I see Discord.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, oh yeah.
If you look on my stream, there is...
I got past it. Brute force.
Oh yeah, your stream is... Yeah.
Like, you can see no Discord. Oh, there we go. It's finally...
Oh, it healed me. Nice. Okay, save.
Like, there are areas where you can avoid damage, right? And that's in the platforming parts. But during the turn-based parts, you know, it's like... I feel like it would be way too easy if you could just 100% avoid taking damage. Unless, of course, it was something... Unless the combat was kind of like Undertale. Whoa! Like, I just had all these things up here on my phone. Like, all these announcements from Discord. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't think it was because... Yeah, it's really annoying when it does that. I wonder if there's anybody that actually programs in Game Maker Studio that watches these streams looking... Or I wonder if anyone looks at my code just going... That's not a good code. Where are all the comments? Where are all the comments? You see, there's meant to be comments every 5 lines of code so that you know what's going on. I'm like... I don't know. I know what my code is. I don't need to comment it. And if I forget what something does, like generally I actually forget what a particular asset is for. Like I'll go to the fonts file and be like, okay, so I'll go to the fonts file and be like, okay, what's the label font for? I'll go into it and be like, what is that actually used for? Could I delete it? Or the font small? It's like, okay, what is the font small used for? I mean, it seems useful for something, but I generally don't make assets with unless I have an intended use for them. And then I'll remember like 2 days later, oh, the small font was for when it says plus the amount of XP that you got. And the label font is for labeling the thing that you're supposed to enter your name into. Yes, I don't know why it's taking so long to load. It's like downloading updates 5 of 5. Installing updates. What the frick? Wait. Is it going to do this again? It's... There's this thing called the Task Manager. I'm gonna... As soon as it goes back to downloading, I'm gonna kill it. Yep, end task. Wait, what? Okay. As soon as it goes... Wait, is it installing different updates now? I think it might be. I don't know what's going on here. I've been trying to load Discord up for ages and it's like... There we go. I think I had to close like one version of Discord down because it was... It's having an aneurysm. Now the stream is messing up. It's probably because Discord was trying to download updates. Let's be real here. Discord was like, we're updating, boys. Let's fuck shit up.
Ah,
There we go.
he's back.
I am back.
He solved the
Planner.
game while you were gone. Totally solved it.
I'm learning.
Okay, what did you not get? And
Yo, fuck.
I've realized that the density the density change in when you do an aerial attack must be useful.
So,
God
in the
damn it.
in the physics engine is so it looks like falling is not accelerated. It's a constant rate.
No, it is accelerated, but it's accelerated by dropity.
Oh, dropity.
Yeah.
What's the formula for that?
So actually for unescapable, the way that it works is it adds 1 pixel of downwards movement every second. In Flerfia, it actually adds 2 pixels of downwards movement every not every second, every frame, I mean. So it adds 2 pixels of downwards movement every frame in Flerfia.
Okay.
And so it's much more accurate than gravity.
Of course.
I'm gonna have to compensate for that when it comes to
No.
Can you could he be in a
We need a double jump.
An unpressurized atmosphere, and then he just floats because there's no density disequilibrium.
Well, essentially, the way that people will be able to double jump will be from altering their density.
And you alter your density by eating more protein.
It's just an ability that some people will be able to do. Will be able to.
Okay.
One thing I am thinking about doing, right, is one thing I'm thinking about having is you leveled up. You're about to die.
No, I didn't level up. Big PP leveled up. Wait, I just lost everything. Fuck this game.
So, you'll be able to cure status effects by using essential oils.
Oh, that's cute.
That sounds hot.
That's essentially how you cure all status effects. It's going to be essential oils.
Now, what happens if you accidentally get vaccinated?
Then you die of autism.
Okay. It's a common cause of death.
Yeah.
What about
What if you already have autism?
what if you get an autism vaccine?
Then
Nothing
you die of
happens.
cancer.
It causes and cures it at the same time.
Well, the rich are hiding those vaccines for themselves.
Oh, they take them so that they don't get autism from the chemtrails.
Yep. Pretty much. I'm still trying to figure out what my next video is gonna be on. Well, I'm thinking
You should make it on how cancer game tilt is these days.
I had an idea. I've had a few ideas. Like I've had an idea about Greta to make a video on that whole thing. But I know that that's going to be one of them sort of hot topics.
Do you think that Greta is hot? Is that why?
No. But it's one of them things where people are saying, you know, that she shouldn't be used like this, and it's like, well, you know, she should go back to school and all that. And it's like, well, you know, there are some people, like, I don't see any actual evidence that like a lot of people are saying she's being exploited for image sakes, and it's like, well, is she? Like, I get that, you know, as soon as someone young says, oh, I'm making a stand, a lot of people instantly go, well, a lot of people are, what's the word? They go, oh, look at this, so, you know, a young person's making a stand, and a lot of people will do that, but I don't think there's any evidence that, you know, people are actively trying to exploit her for personal gain. Now, I may be wrong on that.
Yeah. I there's probably people trying, but I think for the most part she's driving what she does herself.
Yeah. Like, I think that when it comes to it, there are, like, sometimes people do have points, you know, about that are on different sides to me, but, you know, when I look into those points, a lot of times it turns out that they're not really a good reason. Like, some people say, oh, the Earth is getting greener, you know, with more CO2. And it's like, yeah, but we should still try and limit CO2, because if we increase CO2 too much, then, you know, it's a greenhouse gas and will heat up the planet. Not a good idea.
But it's okay because the chemtrails are blocking it. That's why they're doing that, apparently. Didn't you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually one thing I'm just gonna do is I'm just going to go server settings here, roles, and boom, save changes. All right, there we go. I wonder if... Wait, is anyone using that emoji? I'm gonna use an emoji. Musk ping. There we go. Where's Flat Earth Aussie Jesus? So, I'm gonna have a character that's kind of like Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. And it's gonna be a Sasquatch. That's gonna be...
So what's his power? Does he scoop up rock and fill it with helium?
No, it's just a Sasquatch. Doesn't really have anything special. It's basically Bigfoot, and his name is Tim. And
is that his real name?
No, like Ross Thatcher is.
Oh yeah, Ross. Yeah, Ross.
Did you forget?
Of course. I'm doing my new 4x4 Rubik's Cube. I just got it today.
Oh, okay. So yeah, is gonna that's gonna be a thing. Another thing that's gonna be in it will be, I think I mentioned about the egg. The egg that is a boss fight. It's gonna be one of the things that I'm hoping. Yeah, he usually shows up around about this time. One of the things that will that I'll have to do before the trailer comes out is I'll have to show, I'll have to have some assets ready from it. You know, like some extra boss fights or stuff.
So how do you boss fight an egg?
An egg. So yeah, it's gonna be an egg that you'll go up. That will be it'll say something like, "You got to fight me, the ultimate egg," and then you'll go into a boss fight, and then it'll be a really scary boss fight, and it'll have really goofy music playing as well. Because why the hell not? There's also going to be a person that builds rockets called Hugh or Hugo, I think. Yeah, Hugo.
Is his last name Musk?
I could make it Musk. I kind of don't want to insult Elon Musk though.
So is he a flat earther?
Yeah.
A Flerf?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there's Mad Mike Hughes.
Yeah, as I said, the name is going to be Hugo.
I see. Hugo, I got it. Okay.
Yeah. So there'll be those types of people that will kind of be based off a real person, but I don't want to make them too similar so that I don't get sued. Although all this can be probably put under parody, though. Parody protects me. It'd be like if I were to, I don't know. There'll also be characters that... I'm just trying to think of some characters that I'll have in. So, yeah, there'll definitely be the OSI. I don't think every member of the OSI will be in there. Because I know that if I include every single member, people kick up a stink. Especially if, like, Godless Engineer comes in, because he's been getting a lot of flack recently because of all that stuff that's been going on. But if...
Nothing.
Okay. But one of the things is... so one of the things that I will have to do is anyone that goes into SEAL Team 6 will have to be in the game. Anyone that goes into SEAL Team 6, because that's going to be...
Of course.
So... I don't have control over who goes into SEAL Team 6. I don't know who the next members are going to be either.
Well, yeah, they only know at the super secret headquarters.
Yeah. I think recommendation is taken into account, but as I said, I don't know who the members are going to be. And I don't know... Okay. Yeah, it says Dev Diary. But yeah, I don't know who's going to be in it. So, if Godless Engineer gets accepted, I'll pretty much have to put him in into the game. But if it's... And, as I said, I don't know if he will be. I don't even know if he's under consideration. So, yeah, I have no idea who's going to be accepted. And for one person that I think might get in, I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil it if he does. There is one person that I think might get in, but, I'm not going to say. My lips are sealed.
Is it Jaren? It's Jaren. I know it's Jaren.
God damn it! No, it's Bob Nodal.
Oh, Super Noodle Doodle.
Yeah, because you know what?
Love that guy. He's done so much. He's done so much.
Yeah, with the gyro,
Oh. There should be I think different awards for the end of the year. There's just the one category. It's there's too much competition. There should be the best globe evidence, right? Who's produced what flat earthers produced the best globe evidence in the year?
Ranty.
So like Dwayne. Yeah, Dwayne Kellum. He just sent a balloon up to 120,000 feet, and there's all sorts of curve in the picture. And the introduction is like, here's this high quality rectilinear lens, and
Yeah, it's when it comes to
so he's good.
yeah, when it comes to flat earthers, they just keep on providing more globe evidence. And Dark Knight
It's hard not to.
Apologetic said, can't wait for SEAL Team 6 to actually have 6 members. And I agree, it's going to be nice when... as I said, I'm waiting for the... I'm waiting for the 5th... Yeah, I'm waiting for the 5th member. I don't know who the 5th member is going to be. I can only guess. There are a couple of people who I would like to be. I'd like I'd personally probably like AB Science to get in.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah. And I don't know if he's under consideration. But someone like Professor Stick would be nice, but I don't know if he'd actually get in.
Professor Stick.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying flats detected.
Oh, it's because the stream has a couple of dislikes on it.
Two of them.
Yeah,
Come
apparently.
on, flatties.
It was probably that guy, I came along, saw the stream, as like, dislike, it's Planarwalk, let's dislike this. He made a video, I think I mentioned this earlier, I don't know if you heard, but he made a video where he was talking about, I know that he was talking about me pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's too coincidental for him not to be talking about me.
Well, he needed a change. He did about 20 in a row on me.
Yeah, but he didn't even mention me. Now I'm not complaining.
No, yeah, he did. He same for he quit mentioning by name.
Like, not that I'm complaining.
So, yeah.
I'm not complaining if he oh well, the problem is that he didn't address my demonstration, My demonstration clearly shows that a magnetic compass is not pointing at one single point. It is not.
Yep.
Now I can redo this demonstration if he likes, and I'll show to him. I'll show, hey look, I'll put it on paper. Grab. I think I've got a felt somewhere. I'll put it on paper, and show him with the magnetic needle that it does not point to a single point. It's pretty much, it's all curvy lines, mate. People are suggesting iron filings, and
and he's seen all those things, so I don't know where he's going, because he's like, I know field lines, I know, but like it seems like he still doesn't.
Yeah, it's the way that he seems to be going about it is he seems to have this idea in his head that compasses point towards a single point, and it's like, okay, we can demonstrate that they don't actually point towards a single point, and then he says, oh, you don't get my arguments, and it's like, well, let's say that he's right. Let's say that a compass does point towards the north pole.
And not the South Pole.
Yeah. So let's say that. Let's say that a compass points towards the North Pole, and there's still this thing called non-Euclidean geometry. And when you use non-Euclidean geometry, you can have something point at the North Pole from the southern hemisphere of a sphere.
Yep.
You can have.
It doesn't matter the geometry. The different geometry systems makes things easier within the system, right? So if you're going to do a great circle route on or a great circle on a sphere, it's much easier to do the math than if you're going to do the same three-dimensional line in Cartesian space.
Yeah. So if you were to yeah, like when it comes to a Great Circle route, that is effectively a straight line, right?
Yeah,
You know,
by definition, it's a straight line in spherical geometry.
yeah. So it's like, you know, it's and he seems to think that it's, you know, because it would be. I do agree that if a compass pointed directly at a point, yeah, if a compass pointed directly at the North Pole, you know, from the southern hemisphere, it would be stupid because, well, it would make no sense because, you know, the compass would have to basically do some weird, really weird stuff. You know, it would have to break through the thing. And, you know, when it comes to compass needles, they're definitely magnetic both ways. And I can prove that if people really want to. Oh, you'd have to use a 3D compass, yeah. Good point.
Is Ares 106 just a joking around?
I think he is.
Okay, good. It's too much. He's past the pole line. We've identified him.
Yeah. Like, there's people...
You gotta ride that line a little closer.
Like, there's times when it's obvious, right? When people say... when people say something like, it's a lie from the pits of hell, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah, not many for real do that. Hey, I need to get going. Thanks for having me on.
okay. 1 minute debunked can come in if he wants. Got to rotate people in and out. We've had so many people rotating.
There you go. All right, see you later.
Also, there's someone else that I saw in the chat that can come in. Ashpanash can come in if they want. Okay, let me see if we're friends on Discord. Port 1. Nope. Apparently we're not. Okay. 1. There we go. I was about to say, there we go. So freaking annoying when you go to add someone and it's like, oh, like how many people have been typing or something and it comes up with what they want and then it's like, oh yeah, nah, yeah.
It's a fuck boy.
Ahoy hoy. Oh, you're back.
Hello? You hear what I said?
I think so.
So what's up, fuck boy?
Yeah, I thought you said the N word for a second, but that's good that you didn't.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
There's one person who pretty much did on stream, and I was like, wait, what did you say? Apparently he was trying to say that he was ignorant. So, I don't know how that... I think everybody just went, what? Even though I technically have no problem with it, I just understand how other people have problems with it, so I try to not have people say it. You know? Let me see if... yep, I can add you. Add. There we go.
Oh, so by the way, Nick,
Yeah?
I can still add everyone on your server.
I don't think so.
It's still giving me the option.
It'd probably be... hold on, let me just check something real quick.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I think...
I'll save such a power for later on.
Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Want to debunk unmuted. Type the username of a friend. Ash Panache. Add. There we go.
Hello.
Hey.
Ahoy hoy.
Hello?
What's going on?
We have a voice here that I quite like listening to. When I hear this voice, it's like I know I'm in for 1 minute of pleasure.
That's what my wife says. How's it going? I've missed most of the stream because I've been kind of busy.
Oh, we're just mostly talking about the game. You know, I've been trying to get people to play either Unescapable or Flerfia and on stream to see, you know, how it is, see what their opinions are. Rogue Guy managed to break it somehow, which I don't think is a problem of my doing. I think it's a problem of game makers doing.
I mean, Nick, I always find errors in your games.
I mean,
That's the spirit.
I haven't actually played this. Let me try it. Where's the download link here?
okay, let me just. There we go.
Has he played Unescapable before?
What?
Have you played his previous games?
No.
Okay,
Oh.
so here's what we'll do. We'll get Ashpanash to play Flerfia, then we'll get Ashpanash to play Unescapable, and you will feel the difference.
Okay. Sounds good.
I believe in you, Ash Panache.
Running. Okay. Is there a way I can share my screen or?
Yeah, there's this thing on Discord where you click turn on screen share, and then you can, I think it's share screen or window will allow you to share your screen.
Okay.
It's a little
Yeah.
An icon with a monitor with an arrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's see. Application window. Okay.
Okay, one person, just while you're putting that, one person in the chat says, I have never tried to pretend to be a Flurf. How difficult is it? It is immensely difficult.
Not as easy as it maybe sounds.
It's... Holy shit, it is difficult. When people keep on presenting you with evidence that you're wrong, it is... I have to give credit to people that are, you know, that oppose, right? Because it is very difficult to just deny evidence.
All right. So far, I'm just jumping around.
Yep. By the way, it
Is
is
there a way I can turn the volume down?
with the volume mixer. That's the only way so far.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm gonna open my mixer and turn down this.
But honestly, like,
There we go.
pretending to be a Flurf was one of the hardest things for me.
Well, you got to be able to put yourself in that mindset, right? In order to understand.
I did work out some Flurf tactics, though. Like, one of the Flurf tactics that I worked out is basically taking the argument down a rabbit hole where you are actually able to kind of win. Or redirecting the argument. Like, essentially, I had one argument, and all this is public, so you can go and see it. This is an argument with a verified person as well. So yeah, and basically I just took the argument down the rabbit hole of arguing for the Bible. And basically they're like, their argument was coincidence. You know how there's apparently that prophecy in Daniel in the Book of Daniel. I don't know if ever... Oh yeah, that would be something that I
Clara,
could...
do you want some feedback on this?
Yeah?
I could give you feedback. I don't know if I
First,
want
well,
to
okay,
start
so
railing
my
into
first-
it on stream.
My first thought is that was overlong, that intro. I mean, I got what you're trying to do, but you could really pare that down.
But it's always good to get the player doing things first, because you need to make them care before they'll be interested in the story.
Yeah. Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a... there's actually... Where this current version starts is not where the game's going to start. It's actually going to start in a completely different area, which I'm working on. I just need a few... I just need a few more sprites.
All right, that's confusing. You have to use an item to equip it?
Yeah, I'm going to eventually change it so that you can actually just go equip. For now, it's easier to just have it in that, you know, as I'm building a whole lot of features.
They alter your density.
Yep. By the way, there are 3 tunes in this game so far. There is Sonder. There is Overdrive, I think it is. And I can't remember what it's... Overclock, right? Which is the battle theme. And then there is Aliens, which is the tune that's playing right now, and it's the tune that I wrote.
Oh, it's shift. Okay. Okay, I didn't realize that was shift because that looks like an up arrow.
Okay.
It does.
I don't know how to make...
I would just put the word shift in there instead of...
Yeah, left shift or right, or L shift or R shift. Plus, shift keys are usually longer. They're like a double width.
I have a limited
They're not
amount...
actually on most keyboards, but most people understand them that way.
Yeah, I'll put like an S next to it. Or something. Because I have limited pixels. Or SFT might work.
SHT?
I think SFT would work. Or ST. You know, get rid of all the letters and leave it as it is. Be lazy.
So what I want to say is you should not have this text coming in character by character and being centered.
A lot of people are saying that I need to fix that. What I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to...
Yeah, this would be better if it was like above, like not quite at the top, but sort of the middle, but above where your character is.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a sort of icon of who's speaking on the side there, and then I might be able to just sort of put it to the left rather than centered like it is. Because a lot of people have been saying that needs to be fixed.
If it's centered, it needs to just appear. You can't... Or the words shouldn't move around as you're reading it, basically. And yeah, avatars or portraits of who's speaking would help a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if there is a variety in text box position or whatnot, because it's not totally clear. Like, it's easy to skip through a lot of it and lose track of who's saying what.
Oh yeah, remember to defend. That's the one thing that everyone forgets to do.
Okay, that's weird because it's like turn-based, but you can also defend.
Yep. I'm literally gonna...
What?
I'm literally gonna revamp the tutorials so that, you know, it shows you exactly what to do in turn-based situations. I just got to implement the combos into turn-based.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, mixing turn-based with real-time is a little weird. It's not unheard of. Like I remember Paper Mario did sort of that.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've been mentioning a lot. Is I have taken a bit of inspiration from Paper Mario. Like initially, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have defend be the sort of action to sort of keep people on their toes. So, you know, essentially when you're in a battle, I want people to sort of be paying attention. You know, screw The Walking Dead, you're playing my game. You should be paying attention
why am I fighting these creatures?
Well, you're in the trials.
Can I just keep doing this, or do I run out of magic, or?
Yeah, you do run out of MP eventually.
There's a healing thing coming up soon.
Yeah. One thing about that healing thing is I need to add MP to it so that it... Parts of this song reminds me of the Game of Thrones theme. Yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, save. Before you go down any path, I recommend saving there.
Don't save, just do it.
Because
You're
otherwise...
going down the right path.
Because otherwise you die. I'm going to add bones on the dangerous path, by the way.
You're going down the right one.
So, yes, save. And...
Pebbles just loot. Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Why do people constantly expect... I don't get it. Why do people just constantly expect that to be some kind of...
Because the room is structured moving from right to left.
Oh, okay.
If it was left to right, I think you wouldn't get so much of that. Because
Agreed.
they would have an innate feeling of progress.
Also, it feels like you're going. I don't know. It feels like you're forced to go down one way and you sort of see that, oh, this isn't good, and it's like, oh, gotta go back. And then you look up, and you're like, oh, gotta do a big jumping puzzle, and that's not everybody's favorite.
Yeah, it's like...
Because if now I drop all the way down, I gotta go all the way back. That's not fun.
I suppose coming down from the top, you can see that the stairs are safer. That might be it as well.
Hmm.
You cannot see the jumping thing has a floor underneath it.
Fair enough. I need to add full damage into this as well.
Please don't.
Why?
Because essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to improve the damage you take from spikes, because there's a certain point that if you actually fall on spikes, you actually take less damage than if you were to fall. Like if you were to fall from a certain height, you'd actually take less damage than if you were to fall on them from a lower height.
There's too many encounters.
Jump puzzles, man.
As I said, I fixed the...
Okay, that's enough of that. Alright, yeah, okay.
Yeah, as I said, I fixed... Well, this is not the only way you can go.
It isn't?
No. If you go back up this... Like, that's why I need to put in, you know, bones.
Bones?
What are bones? In a piano?
You know, bones and skulls and all that. I need to put them on the, I need to put them on the ground as you go down to this area to let you know that it's the hard way.
Oh, I see, like a warning.
Yeah. Because this is the...
You could also just make it hard to get down there.
By the way, that chest does have a potion in it, by the way.
Well, too late.
I also need to fix the issue of the game just suddenly getting really easy once you reach level 2.
Oh wait, you can beat those things?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my god.
Brute force your way through it.
There is the point where you can just heal up. I said there's a point where you can just heal up. Like,
Oh.
you don't need to use those potions, you can just heal up there.
So you should swap the order of those things around.
That, yeah, also some sort of indicator, like, as long as you're having text on screen, there should be something saying, this is a heal zone.
Yeah.
Because there shouldn't be things that are unexplained.
Yeah, well, one of the things is that so a lot of the tutorials have actually been disabled for this version, and the reason being is because I've basically been revamping the tutorials. Nice dodge there. I should probably have a thing that lets you know that you can actually attack those.
It took me a while to figure that out. You should save.
Again? Alright.
I wonder if...
Code error. I don't know if you see that.
Oh boy.
no, I don't. Can you share the whole screen instead of the...
Yeah, 1 second here.
I need to work out what's going on there.
He said it's a code error.
Yeah, but I need to work out what's actually the issue, what's actually causing the code error. Can you...
The code being wrong. I'm very helpful.
Okay, can you see that?
Yep, it's the exact same one as Rogue Guy, so it's probably something that's the fault of the game engine. It's not me.
It's what I tried to save.
Yeah, it says
Don't blame the engine.
stack frame is
I'm
like
gonna be
it's
right back.
saying line -1, like unknown source line. It's like what's that even supposed to mean?
I don't know, but
Is this like a release
There you go.
build?
No, I don't think it is. Yeah, I think there's.
okay, well,
How about we play How about you play Unescapable?
okay. What's it called?
Unescapable. So if you go into Discord, There should be a link in the in the chat that we're in.
Yep. All right. Flerfia, I see. Okay, unescapable. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That one's got. That one has a bit more to it in a few ways. It also has a volume slider. You can change the volume.
Whoa! Now that is impressive. All right. Okay.
It also has trophies. WinRAR! Yay! I just used
I
the.
hope you paid for WinRAR. What?
I did not.
Unbelievable.
I know. How horrible of me.
You're the only one that didn't pay.
Pretty much. I think everybody is paid.
Yeah. Like, everyone who uses WinRAR, that is. I never use WinRAR. Even when I get RAR files, I never use WinRAR.
Did not.
I just use
If I get
Google.
a zip file, I just get out a piece of paper and a hex editor and I just unzip them by hand.
Yeah, that's high IQ skeptic stuff right there.
Yeah. Takes
Okay.
about 3,000 years per file.
It takes you 3,000. Takes you 3,000 years.
Yeah, I've never successfully unzipped anything.
It takes me about 3 years.
Tuma talk hang cow tembit. What?
Do you want to share just the screen, just the unescapable screen, so that people can actually read that? Wonder if we've got any New Zealanders still in the chat that will be able to let you know what that place is. Te Amata Haka Tangi Hanga Ka Koawa Tama Tea Turi Puka Ka Piki. I'm from New Zealand. I have trouble saying it.
What is it?
It's a place. I'm not even joking when that's actually a real place. It's actually a real place in New Zealand.
For some strange reason, I think I need to have a romantic interest towards you. That's weird. Okay.
I think this plot is very meta.
I feel same way.
I just realized it. It's unescapable if directed by Michael Bay. So, yeah, I guess it could be considered meta.
What the Okay. Jeez. Too many controls.
So, already I think that the Flerfia tutorials are better.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing.
You're unescaping.
I guess.
Hey, it worked.
Just need to click the first letter of this to win. What? That's a lot of save slots. That's it?
That's not actually it. There's a lot more. That's one ending that there is.
Okay.
Like, there are multiple endings to this game. I like having multiple endings to my games. I'm thinking that Flerfia might have multiple endings. I don't know. I should probably...
This is very strange.
Why?
There's,
Do I really need
there's
to
no
justify
sense
that?
to any of it. I don't really understand. What?
You died and went...
They get a point for that? Oh.
You took damage.
Come on, it is pretty strange. Do you think it's completely normal?
I mean, that's kind of the point, though.
I don't really know what I'm
I
doing.
didn't say
other
it's
than-
bad.
I mean, I'm obviously
Remember, it's enter to attack.
flat.
Oh, more Illuminatis.
Yeah, it's Illuminati triangles. So what happens when you die in hell? You just go back to to where you appeared in hell when you died.
Where are you gonna go? Detroit?
This is the same as that screen in Flerfia.
Yeah, this.
Someone noticed. It is literally
Okay.
the same level.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Like this, like the unescapable level is slightly easier, but that's just because A, you have more health, and B, you have double jump, and C,
the enemies aren't doing anything. They're not shooting or.
oh, you have lost half your HP.
Yeah, that's because I'm bad.
But you are regaining it very slowly.
Okay, like what's the point now? Am I?
You're basically fighting your way to get out of hell.
But why?
Because you want to get out of hell.
Do I?
Do you like it in hell? Is it cozy in hell?
I mean,
It's not that bad.
if this is all I'm gonna be doing, it just doesn't seem. This is like Beavis. Oh,
Like, one of the first people to Let's Play one of the first people to Let's Play the games said, are these like Beavis and Butthead? And they're like, I'm gonna kill you, Beavis and Butthead, and they died. Everyone who tries to kill Beavis and Butthead dies. Don't try and kill Beavis and Butthead.
okay. Can I
Essentially,
show you a game?
if you want to. But basically, it is possible. Generally, because I was gonna get you to save, because I It's annoying when I see someone start the game and then I never see them finish the game. So many people.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's because the game isn't really that inviting.
Engaging, maybe.
Yeah,
the word.
engaging. Yeah.
I guess. Because it's where it really starts to shine is when you make it out of hell. I think, in my opinion, anyway.
Let's see here. Game.
What game are you going to share?
It's called "Don't Shit Your Pants."
Okay.
Oh boy.
Maybe I'll be able to get a few pointers from it. So would you say that Flerfia is more engaging? Or...
A little bit, but they both suffer from similar issues.
Okay. What would be those issues?
Well, I don't feel much of a sense of accomplishment at any point.
Okay.
So so I'm not like, like I think especially early on you have to give the player a sense of accomplishment that they're doing something, so that when it gets harder, they're going to continue and push back. But it's like, it's kind of hard right from the beginning, and there's not really a sense that I'm actually getting anywhere. Like it just seems like there's going to be more of this map, which looks kind of samey and doesn't really have anything to offer. I mean, I don't, so I'm like if it was, I can see new maps and I can get new abilities and I can have new spells and stuff like that, then there'd be something. But right away you don't feel like, you should feel like overpowered, then underpowered, then overpowered, underpowered.
Yeah.
And have that kind of
essentially what I'm going to one of the ways that a couple of the ways that I'm going to try and improve on Flerfia, right, is I'm going to first off I'm going to change some of the areas, like the area where you that is basically the same area as Unescapable is actually going to be a bonus area. You don't have to go into it. It's completely optional. You can if you want. Mm-hmm. So essentially, if you go into it, it's if you go into it, it's completely optional. And of your own volition. Don't blame me if anything goes wrong. And I'm just trying to think what was I trying to say? What was I going to say? Yeah. So if you go into an area in Flerfia, some of them will be optional, and they will have bones to let you know, hey, this is going to be a difficult area. But when it comes to the sameness, I'm trying to work out a good way to fix that. Okay, so is this who made this? Is it you that made it, or can Ashpanash actually hear me? Wait, can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
But I don't know if the stream, presumably they can.
Yeah, I don't know if Ashpanash can.
Ashpanash, we did not hear you speak if you spoke.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't speak, we did hear you not speaking.
Did
we? Wait, now I'm confused.
Maybe... Oh, yeah. I was going to say... There we go.
Hello? I for some reason, I think that it's an old Flash game, so I bet that probably messed with the sound.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So who made it?
I have no idea who made it.
Okay. So yeah, one of the things that I'm going to need to work on is the sameness, and that that's part of the reason why I am one of the things that I'm going to be working on once I've gotten a few of the features implemented, like the combos and all that. I'm going to be working on the town, right? And that will give a sort of that will have its own different feel to it. And that's actually before you go into the cavern, you'll be in the town.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yes, we can
Okay.
hear you now.
All right. Don't shit your pants.
Alrighty.
So, instructions, obviously, play gold, don't shit your pants. So, let's see. Oh, it won't let me play. Cool. Alright. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know what's going on here either.
Let's try this again.
I also don't know what's going on here.
Does the chat know what's going on here?
Okay. Alright, what should I do?
Open door. Pull door. Drop pants or sit on toilet. Shit. Yes! Oh wow! Years of training have led up to this point.
Okay. Should we try again?
Yes. Shit.
That's the whole. That's the game.
God
the game
damn
is don't shit your pants.
Die.
Oh yeah.
Drink. Oh, open
Pull
door.
Pull.
Oh, pull door. Drink.
Toilet. Water. Push door.
Oh.
Excellent.
Oh, one person in the chat said, "No, no, you pull the door. You pull the door." Something like that.
Alright, sit down. Alright, sit on toilet. You know what to do now. Oh, you look so sad.
I wonder if you can do a handstand or something.
It seems like we've
Walk.
probably done most of the path.
Fart. Wait. Holding off the inevitable. Is this in...
Sitting at the starting gun. I start it and type shit immediately.
Okay.
No, that wasn't it.
What if I do this? Play, take off pants, pull door, sit on toilet, and then just wait.
Oh, I've got another idea. Instead of typing play on the first screen, just type shit.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that'll probably get it. Oh, so there's a timer. I see.
Yeah. That's why earlier I wasn't giving suggestions because I want the timer to run down. What's gonna happen?
I don't know.
Well, I can guess.
There is a.
No, okay. Holding off the inevitable.
Press in. How about press enter to continue?
Type shit.
Yeah! It's starting good. Okay. Holding off the inevitable and the inevitable. Okay.
I've got an idea. Try hold.
Let me just wait. I'm just gonna wait.
How about try typing and hold?
Hold it.
Okay, after this, I'll try hold.
Or are you just gonna wait the 30 seconds? I mean, that doesn't seem like it'd work.
Like, what is there that you can do? Okay, so
You can take off your shirt. You can take off your pants. You can put your pants. You can take off your shoes, I guess. Or those sandals? I don't know. Okay.
Yep. I don't think you're gonna get an award for that performance.
All right. So, what was your idea? Hold.
yeah.
Leave.
What did people? Christmas said, try typing in masturbates. Just see what happens.
How? Reduce pressure in gut. Yeah, I mean, I think we can see where this is going.
What if you fart right at the start? Okay.
Fart gently.
Like the timer went up. The timer went up.
Do it again.
You farted already. Another one will stain your pants.
So there's a way of getting more time.
We probably got an achievement from that.
I feel like holding off the inevitable.
Yeah.
Flush toilet. Damn, this guy doesn't know how to do pretty much anything.
It's like
Like Christmas says, weird flex, but okay. Just sit down, stand up a lot. Yes. Stand on toilet. Drown.
what a...
No, no, you ruined it. Nah, it's fine.
Like fart gently, then
This is
go on toilets. Try jumping.
remove your pants before farting gently. That is delightful.
Try sitting on toilet and then see if the yes.
Nice. Again. Sit-ups. Wow, you sadist.
How about here's an idea. So go to toilet. So open. Yeah.
Sit on toilet.
No. Take off pants. Sit on toilet.
So I've got a suggestion
Pee.
that I definitely
Pee.
don't know how to pee. I'm
Piss.
surprised he made it to adulthood. So I've observed. Fart gently, quick. Oh, okay. All right, I've come up with an idea that's definitely original, and I didn't read it in an FAQ. But you should remove your pants and then look at them.
Oh. Okay. I took pills.
They take 45 seconds, so
Well,
close
it's a good thing I
door.
farted. Good thing I farted gently.
Yes, that is always. Yeah.
So when is my game coming out of beta? I'm not sure. I want to try and have most of the major features done by December. Whether I actually get most of the major features done by December is another question, because it's not entirely reliant on myself. I can speed things up to a certain extent myself, but if I want to
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's it. We got all the awards.
Okay.
That was a bit of fun.
Yeah, it was a bit of silly fun. Yeah, like I'm definitely trying to work out ways in which I can make Flerfia better, because when it comes to Unescapable, it does have its. I find that Unescapable does have its own weird charm, especially when people manage to get past the first few stages, you know. And so yeah, I'm trying to work out how to make Flerfia better than Unescapable, because you know there's definitely areas where it's definitely better. You move a lot faster in Unescapable. That's the number one.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the second thing would be,
Well, okay? So I mentioned those Yahtzee stuff because, like I said, I'm not a game designer or anything like that. But I think that those videos I said they're relatively short. They're like 10 minutes long, and they really are about game design. He uses the same thing you do. He uses
Game Maker.
Game Maker.
Okay.
And he talks really about game design and about sort of the way he designs games, the way he looks at games. 'Cause he's also a game reviewer.
Oh, okay.
And so, but he likes to make games as well. And his goal, he has this goal to make 12 games in 12 months.
Okay, I think I've seen someone like that.
Yeah, and he's not like making huge like AAA games. He's making relatively simple games that he can do in this period of time. But that they have. He talks a lot about primary gameplay loops and about the different gameplay loops he's trying to do, and then like how to get those. Not just how to get those interesting, but also how to make them work. And he talks about coding in one of them. He talks about randomness in the latest one. A lot of interesting stuff that I especially think that someone who does game design would be interested in.
Yeah.
If only to just not to like this will teach you how to do anything, but only to be like, okay, this is somebody else's perspective on it, and it's interesting to look at it.
Yeah, because I do find that one of the issues currently is that there's, and this is just my opinion, but I feel like the newest update that I'm going to be pushing soon, hopefully, will be able to help with, and that is the sort of variety, like being able to just go to a different place, even if it's just one different place. I feel like that would add, variety, because seeing the same place over and over again is it does get boring. And
I think that there's a real lack of like a goal. I mean, you set up something about it, you're gonna realize things that open things up, and then you're just running along a platform fighting things, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah, so
like there's
like I'm trying to work out how to explain things better. Like essentially, when you're in the cave, you're in the trials. You're basically in the trials.
But what does that mean? I mean, like, you have to sort of explain, okay, these are the trials, and they're here to test blah, blah, blah. And then, because they are there to test something, you should then be tested on that, not just running around and fighting enemies, which it seems like is going to be most of the game anyway.
So part of the reason for the trials is to get you accustomed to the game.
Sure.
So essentially I'm going to divide the trials into two parts, right? So the first part is a lot of what you've seen, and that's going to end with a sort of boss, right? And once you fight the boss, that's when Beeley will say, here's where the trials really begin, right? And that...
okay.
And that's sort of what ramps it up a little bit in difficulty, and you know you've got to make decisions. Okay, do I go down this route, which is going to be hard, or do I go down this route, which will be a bit easier? And then it will have the boss of the trials, and once you've completed that, you then go out into the open world. And when I say open world, I don't mean like I don't mean an actual open world. I mean like you are out of the cave of Sonder, and then you can go back to the town. And when you're back to the town, you're going to get a message, receive a message, and then you're going to be introduced to a character called Dusty.
Okay, this all seems way like a lot of stuff on top of what was there already, and it seems like what you're telling me about you're going to meet somebody and blah blah blah, that's more interesting than what I was playing.
Yeah.
Like, I think that in some sense, that the stuff I was playing is just going to get in the way of that stuff, of that story you're trying to tell. So it's it's better to put the story, if the story seems to be what is interesting about it, so put that front and center, and let the game part. Yeah, the game part should work with the story and not fight against it.
Yeah. So when it comes to the game part, I'm trying to work out a way to balance it. One of the issues that I'm trying to, well, not so much. One of the things I do have to, well, one of the issues that I did face is how do I take someone that's just a random person and make them a Flerf, right? And
I don't think you do that through a platformer RPG hybrid.
I was trying to work out, okay, how do I do this? And I want to make, because I want, first and foremost, I want an interesting game, you know. And
okay.
So the story is going to be one of the appeals, and like when I first started working on it, I was like, okay, I'm going to have turn-based RPG elements, right? That was the first thing I thought of, and then I was thinking about the movement, and I was thinking I could either go side-on, right? I could either go fully side-on or do a kind of somewhat isometric kind of style. I decided to go fully side-on in certain areas, and then there's going to be a somewhat... it's still going to be side-on no matter where you go, but there's going to be parts which have a little bit of depth to them.
Okay.
And that's going to be
graphic.
I mean, so here's what I'm thinking. Like I brought up "Don't Shit Your Pants" for a reason. It wasn't just because it's funny, but also because I think for the 10 minutes we played it, it was a compelling game, and all I had was one screen, a couple commands, but it gave you an immediate goal and a way to do it. And it then that also gave you ways to. So the primary gameplay loop is "Don't shit your pants." So it's type in stuff to do stuff. But the trick of gameplay loops is to keep doing the same loop over and over again, but change up how you're doing it, so it never feels like you're doing. It never feels repetitive.
Yep.
And your game. Both of those games felt very repetitive, like immediately out of the gate.
Like one of the things that I'm going to try and one of the things that I am going to add to Flerfia, right, is so when you go into the turn-based combats, I've kind of realized that having the same enemy time and time again is a little bit. It's definitely repetitive, right? Having you come across the same enemy. I'm going to have one enemy that will steal stuff off you, that will change things up a little bit, and a couple of different types of enemies as you come across. One of the things that I'm going to try and definitely work on is integrating the story a bit more. So.
Yeah, I think the story, like I said, I think the story should be really front and center, and that should be what is guiding most of the gameplay. And have you heard of the phrase "kill your darlings"?
No, I haven't.
It's an editing term. It's actually used in literature, but it's also used in editing. It's also sometimes called "kill your babies." And the idea is when you're doing an edit of something, you're gonna find stuff that you love, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you have to cut it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I mean, I know you want to have the side action and the role playing and all that stuff, but if it's not working, even though you love this stuff,
you
kind of should look into cutting it and making it more streamlined.
Yeah. The issue that I would have if I cut out a lot of what I've already got, just say I cut out. I could probably cut out the platformer parts if I really had to, but if I were to if I were to cut out, just say, the platformer and the RPG parts, that's 90% of the game. I'm back at square one, and that's 90% of what I worked on.
Sure, but sometimes you have to work on something to realize it's not working, and you need to go in a different path. Like, I think that you should. Do you have like a whole script of this?
I've got
or an outline.
Yeah, I've got an outline of how the game's going to go. So
I think you should work on getting the primary beats of the story in, and then figuring out what's the best way to tie those story beats together, because that's what people are going to be interested in. I mean, when people hear Flerfia, it's about turning somebody into a flat earther. People are going to be interested in that, and the game parts are just there to sort of to put as little interstitials between those story parts.
Yep.
And you need those because you need a secondary loop and something to keep people active, and but you need to have your main loop is that hook.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I do need is the town, right? I think that's going to be one of the main parts, because that will set up. I think that will set up a lot, because it will set up. I'll be able to build a lot more with the town. The issue is getting all them sprites. So because one of the issues is that I have is I'm working with other people, and if I can't pay other people, I can't tell them to work faster. I've got to go, hey, look, when are you going to be able to get this done by? And I've got to work.
You can get there's free sprites and free music and all that stuff online, and Yahtzee mentions all that stuff and where to go to get that stuff. So you can take a look at that as an example, because I mean obviously you could make it better later, but getting something running is important. Getting like the base game there and running, I think is important. And I kind of like when you said a town. I kind of like the idea of somebody walking through a town, talking to people, and somehow integrating the idea of either they have to convince people in the town that the Earth is flat, or they have to talk to the right people to be convinced the Earth is flat. And something about that seems like you could make just a game out of that, and have something interesting there.
Mm. One person just put in the chat, it's better if the gameplay actually inherently does something that makes you turn into a flat earther. Yeah, I'm trying to work out how I can integrate the gameplay more, because as I said, it'd be really disappointing to have this really fluid combat thing and then just have to completely cut it. Especially when that's been the core of what I've been focusing on for the last few months, because that's, as I said, that's like there was one.
Sometimes you got to kill your darlings. You got to kill your baby sometimes, even though you love them. It's like if it's not working.
Because there was one.
Try something new.
Because there's one game that I was working on a while back, which I just couldn't work out what the gameplay was going to be, so I couldn't really get past the first hurdle. I couldn't really work out the gameplay, and basically the idea was that you'd be an NPC, right? And I just couldn't get past the first hurdle, so I was like, I can't. But I will. But I will try and work out. I do know ways to integrate the gameplay into the idea of flat Earth. So for example, double jump is a result of changing density.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I mean that I thought that was funny, but I don't. But that's not.
It's not gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do get.
It's more of a description. It's funny, but yeah.
Yeah,
and that is funny. That tickles me. But why can you double jump anyway? What's the? I guess that's what I'm kind of reiterating what Ashpanash has already said. What is the purpose of anything in the game currently?
Well, the idea is that eventually you're going to have to be on the run from the authorities because you know too much.
Well, that doesn't feel at all connected to what I played.
That's more detail. But at a more fundamental level, I mean, story aside, theme aside, my question would be: do you think it's a fun game?
Well, that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to work on making it.
I'll grant you it. I'll grant you it works and is playable.
Yeah.
But is it fun? Is a question that I don't think that there's. It wasn't very fun for me.
Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to. Like that is what I'm trying to work on. Like I'm trying to work on making it fun, and I do realize that there is something wrong with it. Like I've been, for example, when I play Flerfia, it feels different to Unescapable somehow. Like I compare it to Unescapable because it is very similar to Unescapable, and when I'm playing Unescapable, I do have more of a sense of even in like when I play my own games, there is this kind of a sense of accomplishment that I get from Unescapable that I don't get from Flerfia, and I'm trying to work out what it is, right?
Aries makes a really good point here, and he says he likes the idea of playing with density because it's a big deal for people like Riley. What if the game you mentioned density? What if the game was based the gameplay itself was based around dealing with density? And like, what if here's a crazy idea. What if somehow you made it so people learn what density actually is based on how your gameplay? I'm not saying that you have to do that, but if the gameplay, if you have an idea like density and gravity. That's cool. It's funny. It's a good idea. Make that your primary, the thing that you play with.
Yeah.
To change your gameplay. So your primary
Mechanical
gameplay loop is about your primary mechanic is just like in Castlevania. Your primary mechanic is your weapon type.
Okay. Yeah.
Your whip.
Like one of the things that I am trying to, I'm trying to think of what I was about to say. Shit, I lost it. Shit.
I'd recommend playing games.
It's gone. It's gone.
Fair enough. I'd recommend playing lots of games. There's lots of weird indie platformers and adventure games and story-based games.
I remember.
Lots of them.
Yeah, I remember what I was going to say now. Like at its core, it's really a game about. It's really like if I break it down to an archetype, it's about how you've got those games about a corrupt government.
But that's just like the stuff that's added. Like it's gilded on the game, like, but it has nothing to do with when I was playing. I didn't get any sense that I was chased or I was in a trial. I just got a sense that okay, I'm running around a place with pits and platforms, and there was no. I didn't get a sense that it had anything to do with the story I was told. It felt like completely separate.
Yeah.
So I like the idea that the story elements you're putting out, but until that's part of the game,
and
it feels just completely disconnected.
Yeah, and as I've said, like there are things that I do want to implement, and I unfortunately it is a bit of a wait to be able to implement them. Like I've been like for a few weeks now, I've been wanting to implement combos. I only implemented combos like a few days ago because I only got the sprites for that, and I'm still waiting for like the second combo. So there is once I do get some sprites, there will be able to be a lot more that I'll be able to add into the
just put temporary sprites in while if you need to code the extra stuff. I don't think you should hold off on sprites. You should work on coding and just put in temporary stuff. You know that you'll be able to put in sprites later. So
you should actually be doing that anyway. You should always start with placeholder stuff, because what if the combo sucks?
Yeah.
You don't want to put something in if it sucks, ideally.
Yeah, true.
Or at least not putting in sucky things is a good sort of heuristic.
Yeah.
So you got to use placeholder stuff. Ideally, before you even start work on the sprites, you should have placeholder stuff. I could show you a video of my game with placeholder art and the final product of a game I worked on 3 years ago. If you want.
Yeah, if you want to.
It's up to you, because I don't want
to
particularly bring my stuff in.
Okay, fair enough.
I've been developing games for a very long time, so it's up to you if you want to see the difference.
Yeah, I'll probably take a look later.
Cool.
Because I'm starting to get a little bit tired because I haven't slept.
That's cool, man.
Like last night,
I said, Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, last night I was basically working on adding magic, and the annoying thing about Game Maker, right, is that when you press certain keys, it's not actually. So when you press any key that's tied to the alphabet, right, it's you can basically say, "Oh, I want to press this key," and it'll give you the you'll be able to just use the character value of the uppercase character. Problem is, it doesn't do that for things like the full stop or the what's it? It's not the comma. It's the single quotation mark and the backslash. So I had to work out.
I'm sure there's a way.
I did work it out.
I program for a living, and one of the things I do constantly is look online at people's at code that people put down and take it or copy it because and people need to offer it freely. But like if you look for Game Maker use period online, I bet you'll find a piece of code like someone because people will say, "I can't find this. Can somebody help me?" And somebody will say, "Yeah, here. This is what you do."
I was looking online. I was looking online for ages last night, and I actually had to. I actually had to go and. Essentially, what I had to do eventually is I had to look. Okay, what key am I pressing? And it was just giving me the character value. And then I eventually went, okay, let's do this, and then all of a sudden it was coming. I eventually realized what I had changed, right? And it was coming up with the character or the key that I was pressing, the value for it. And it's like, finally, got it.
Cool.
Yeah, well, and there's solutions to these problems because there's dozens of famous games made in Game Maker.
Yeah.
There's quite a number that are like million sellers. So definitely solutions to these are there, these kind of problems.
Yeah.
I do sympathize struggling against an engine or an API can be very frustrating.
For sure.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially I will definitely be taking into consideration what has been said, and essentially the game that I am trying to make and is basically a struggle against a corrupt kind of government style thing because there is.
Have you ever played Papers, Please?
No, I haven't.
You really should. It's a game
Yes.
about that.
Okay.
But the game itself is
Excellent.
yeah, you're at a checkpoint and you're looking at people's documents and you're comparing things. But it manages to take this gameplay, this loop of looking at stuff and confirming it, slowly add different stuff to it, and then run a little story in the background too, and have a couple different loops. And it's it's really like super well done. It's one of my favorite games of the last like 10 years, and or even might even be older than that. But it takes that simple idea and presents it so well, even though the game is relatively simple.
I was actually going to bring it up earlier when you were talking about games with corrupt governments, and Ashton, you were talking about how often stories do not mesh well into gameplay. I would actually say the majority of games have stories that don't mesh into gameplay at all. But Papers, Please is one of the very few examples where the gameplay and the story fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. It is a game of pure genius.
One game that I think fits...
It's the paperwork simulator.
Yeah.
One of the games that I think fits pretty well is...
Bureaucracy him up.
Well, one of the games that I think fits pretty well, but is also kind of odd, is Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
Has anyone...
I've heard of it.
It's basically a farming simulator, right?
Yes, it's a Harvest Moon clone.
But on steroids.
It's just like the Harvest Moon games from like the SNES era.
I never played Harvest
Which is not
Moon.
a bad thing. I'm not dissing Stardew Valley by any means. It's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
And again, the story there is very light, and it ties the RPG elements of like relationships and stuff again very, very lightly into what is by and large a farming game. Sort of block pushing farming game type of thing.
Yeah. But yeah, as I said, I'll definitely try and work out how to integrate the gameplay more with the story, because like that's one of the things that that's one of the reasons why I changed the tutorial up, because I was like, okay, wait, why does the main character know how to fight? That was the main thing that I sort of thought, wait, hold on a second. Why does the main character know how to fight? There's no explanation for it. Even with the way that I'm currently going, there's no explanations for it. And I worked out, okay, what if it's beamed into the head? And I get that that's kind of an ad hoc sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I think
that's
back
not a
to-
concern. It's a video game. If you know how to
I
fight
think back
that
to a
fight,
game
that's
called-
just video game logic.
Yeah.
I think they actually a game called Blaster Master for the NES, where the inciting incident is your pet frog escapes and jumps into into a hole that has nuclear waste in it, and you have to go and you fall down the hole. There's a tank there, and you have to go.
You're in a car, aren't you? I remember this one.
That's it.
There's
That's
no
it.
logic
And
to half of these NES games.
it's a great game because who cares? Like it's just that was there just a little setup. Just to provide you with a little push, and then the game is fun because it has these two different modes, and you're leveling up as you're doing action. It's sort of Metroid-y. It's a fun game, but the background is nonsense. It doesn't matter because that's not what you're playing the game for.
Yeah.
Planarwalk. Do you know most modern games try not to have tutorials?
Yeah, like I was trying to work out. Okay, so at first I was trying to, I want to be able to have it so that a person understands how to play the game, right? And I noticed that a lot of people were just asking me, okay, what's the controls? Now, some people would get the controls right off the bat. They would understand that, they'd understand that spaces jump, right? Everyone kind of got the jump thing, even though there were even though there's been a few people that were asking me, "Hey, how do I jump?" It's like, I don't want...
I mean, you're gonna get that, and you should, introduce this stuff. I think that it's good to have an introduction, but it's do it right away. Integrate that with the game. So, like as an example. In the RPG element, you told me that you could block when you're playing. I had no idea. So what you should really do is interrupt that RPG thing where it says, now press fight. Because people haven't played this stuff. And then then it paused when he's about to hit and said, make sure you defend. Because they do that in Paper Mario too. It stops the fight the first couple times you're doing it to give you an idea of what you're supposed to do. Now, I don't know when the RPG...
so I was gonna...
I don't know if the RPG elements need to be in the game at all. I'm just saying that, if you wanted to incorporate your instructions, you should do it in time with the game itself.
Yeah, so I was about to say one of the things next thing that I was going to work on, right, was an upgraded tutorial for the RPG elements, which basically does exactly what you said, where it takes basically before you get hit, it will say press this button to block. Right before you get hit, and it says as it goes to attack, as you go to attack, it says, okay, press this button, this button here as it goes over. I was trying to work out a way to make the tutorials more interactive, I guess. Rather than just being, this is what you do. Rather than just being an information dump, like they currently are, I wanted to...
Yeah, players don't like that, which is why a lot of modern game design stuff is geared towards there being no instructions and everything being intuitive, which is possibly not correct, but it is definitely much more appealing to a player if they can just start playing.
Yeah, and
a lot of games will stop if they have the limit they will put is the game will remind you of controls early on if you don't manage to do something within a certain amount of time. Like if you haven't jumped for 5 seconds of the first thing, it'd be like, oh, you need to press this button, and that's it.
Yeah, for example, in that second area,
I'm trying to think of a game that doesn't have any sort of help screen. I can't think of any.
Yeah,
that doesn't have
loads of indie games nowadays don't.
Really?
It was a big thing about since a few years back. It's a bit less common now. It was about.
I would say keep the tutorials in there. I think
it's about 2015 was peak. Don't put instructions in.
What I'm trying to do is I am trying to go for accessibility, which does mean that I do have to make a compromise. Like, one of the things that I'm going
focus on the game first.
Yeah.
I would say don't worry about that stuff right now. Focus on
I suppose
the gameplay.
I suppose what I've heard a lot of
the
is
core gameplay loops.
yeah.
Focus on getting something that's fun to play.
Yeah,
Then, when you have something that's fun to play, focus on the tutorial parts.
Yeah, I suppose what I've had a lot of is I've had a lot of people say to me, "Oh, it needs this, this, and this," and so I've been a little bit. I've been running around going, "Okay, how do I add this in?" And there's been parts which has been legitimate, like saving. There definitely needs to be a thing where it needs to have a prompt to let you know that you have saved, rather than just simply being. Am I saving? Am I saving? Did it save? You know?
Well, my advice to you is the opposite. Is take stuff away. Take stuff out of the game. Simplify. Make it a simpler experience, and put in the stuff you really want to have in there, and take out the stuff that's extraneous.
Well, the Flat Earth stuff. This game is a game about Flat Earth, and we're trying to work out how we can, make it a good game, essentially.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and it's not good games. Like, the reason why I recommend the Yahtzee thing also is because that's his goal, is to make games that are good, that are simple. Because he feels like a lot of people as a game reviewer, he feels like a lot of people overcomplicate these things, and so he says, well, I could probably make 12 games in 12 months, and have them work and be relatively fun to play, just basically different ideas and going through them, because that's what he in his series expresses. He enjoys that part of sort of coming up with what is the game here. Because a lot of times, and I think that where you're coming from is you have this grand idea, but you're not thinking down on the small level about what is the game, like what's the thing that is compelling people to continue to play.
Yeah, I'm trying to, as I said, quite a few times, and it is somewhat exhausting to say. Like, a lot of it is waiting, Well, and I know you said use temporary assets, but it's like,
Again, I would say watch that series and see if it inspires you.
Yeah,
like maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I think it's good thinking for anybody who does programming, really, because even though I don't do game stuff, there's in a sense the same thing applies when I'm doing programming at work. What am I trying to do? How can I do it most efficiently? How can I do it in a way that is that works on the levels I'm trying to do? How can I do it in a way that works so that other people can come in and use my code and work with it? Like, there's the same considerations are there. It's just in the gameplay, what your main goal is keeping people compelled to play your game.
Yeah. I think what I should probably also have is I think because I'm trying to walk the line of keeping Bilu the alien in character, right? So there's keeping Bilu the alien in character of being somewhat mysterious, and then there's also letting the player know enough information that they're compelled to continue.
See, I like Ares 106's idea of a density thing. What if you just worked on some sort of weird density game and filled in the other stuff later? So you have some basic loop that you have, and then you could put in the other stuff like the Bilu and the alien stuff like that later when you have a basic gameplay thing that's fun to play around with, that you can mess with.
A lot of players don't like information. Giving a lot of information, it can be good. It depends on the game, but in general,
organic. It has to feel organic. I feel like it comes out of what you're doing. And if it just feels tacked on, then people are going to ignore it. I mean,
it's a cerebral load that they will get grumpy about having to take on all this stuff, especially if they're not already
Well,
invested.
when I say
I mean, in games where it is important, like Mass Effect, plenty of people just go through and skip all the dialogue, even though that's like half the game, because that's just the way people want to play.
Yeah.
And you have to sort of consider that when you're making a game, and I think that that's part of the design philosophy.
The idea with the idea with Flerfia is that it comes down to the main part is that at its core it's going to be a story, right? That's because we're working on a Fight the Flat Earth is working on a novel which will be
Compliment.
Yeah, which will complement the game, and the game will have its own story. Because the reason why I went with making a game based around the idea of flat Earth and conspiracies is because I heard a lot of conspiracies, and I was thinking, this would make for a great story. And
Story is the focus.
Yeah.
Why not make a visual novel?
Well, because the idea is that it's not. When it comes to a visual novel, I feel like those stories are very. I don't know. I play a lot of visual.
Not all of them are hentai.
No, but I play a lot of visual novels, and I just kind of get bored. I've actually got more patience for an actual novel than a visual novel.
Sure.
And games like although I do have more patience for games like Life is Strange than probably an actual novel. So I think it's more of when it comes to the idea of flat Earth and all these conspiracies that I've heard, I've felt that they, in a way, they feel like really. I'm just trying to work out the way to describe it, like fantasy sort of esque. If all of these conspiracies that I heard were all true, they feel like very fantasy-esque type of things that would be happening.
Like magical realism.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so that's.
I agree.
And that's why I thought, I could make a video game out of this.
Fair enough.
And so at the core, the core conspiracy that I decide to
to use.
What?
The core conspiracy?
I should get going.
I was
check
just
those things out.
I was just reading the what Ashpanash said. I was confused at the context.
Talking about Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Andromeda. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I was really confused.
No, Mass Effect Andromeda, I just did not like, and
yeah.
That's
one
so
of the reasons was because, in the original Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2, what you did and how you played it had a lot of effect on the game, and you could see that, and you could make relationships and break relationships and do those other things, and in Mass Effect Andromeda, it was all facade because I tried to play it as somebody who messed everything up, and you can't. There's going to be a different dialogue option after you do something, but then it's all going to go back to everyone's happy with you and everything's, and it's just bad. And it's like that was one of those things that game, I started it, I thought I was cringing at dialogue, but I kind of got into it because there's fun things about Mass Effect games, but then the more I played it, the more I saw how weak it was and how much of a facade it was, and it just felt plastic. Super plastic.
I think one of the things that I'm worried about, now that I think about it, is making a game that's too much like this game here. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. One of the problems with this game is that I feel like you end up too much in story moments rather than actually playing the game. I mean, it's a game based off a video game in an anime for, so I feel like it should have more gameplay than.
I mean, it's up to you how you want to make your game, but I remember some of the Telltale games were fun, even though it's all story and like a tiny little bit of action here, because the story is interesting and you want it.
Like,
And if as long as that's there, then I think it works. But if it's a boring story and there's no fun gameplay, then what's the point in playing? And with Flerfia, like you say there's a story there, but I didn't see any story because I didn't get anywhere, and I was immediately sort of annoyed with what was going on before there was any point where I could go further.
Yeah, like as I said, I'm going to try and like, because I do notice that a lot of people are sort of getting to the last area, which isn't actually meant to be a sort of area that you're. It's just currently there to sort of gauge people's, I guess, gauge how people play the game, I guess. But you know, that last area is going to be completely optional in the final version. Because I do get that it's annoying.
I would say, keep it up, because I mean, it's really cool that you want to make something and then put it out there. And all of my criticism is coming at just as me sort of trying to be completely honest and sort of what I think. But I still think it's cool that you're trying to make something, and regardless of of whether it's perfect or not, but I think it's still really cool, and I hope that I wish you luck, and I hope you keep working at it and find a way to make it even better.
Yeah, as I've said, even if I fail, it's something that I can add to my portfolio. Even if people are just like, this game sucks, I can just add it to my portfolio and say, hey, I was able to program this,
Yeah,
for sure.
So yeah.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.
See ya.
See ya.
And yeah, I'm gonna end up the stream here because I need to get some sleep.
I was about to say, you seem like you're drifting off a little bit.
Yeah, like I'll it's like
you gotta remember, New Zealand is like 11 hours out from UTC.
13 hours.
13? That's impossible.
Daylight savings.
Oh, geez, Louise.
So yeah, essentially what I'm going to do, right, is so I'm going to get, when it comes to the next point where I work on this, so I'll probably be in a few days, because I've got a few things that I got to get done over the next couple of days. I'll essentially try and work on integrating the tutorials. I'll see if I can put the dialogue together a lot better than what it is, because some of it was hastily just drawn up. Well,
That's fine. I think it's the pacing more than the content, because content you can always fix later.
Yeah. Because the way that it's currently it is to me is, you meet Belu, there's a bit of talk to him, and even during the tutorial area, you kind of get given information like magic is a thing, and it's like, wait, what? Your character and that's why I don't think that I can, that tutorial area, I don't think that I can even have an option to skip it, because it gives so much information to the player that without it, it's kind of like, doesn't really make sense. So that tutorial...
Games don't need to make sense, by the way.
I understand that. It's just that when it comes to that tutorial area, first it works well as a sort of... it works well as a kind of, this is how you interact, this is how you do this is how you do this is how you do this. And I've got the player has to actually do those actions to be able to progress. I mean, it's not going to completely solidify it, but at least it will get them conscious of what they can do.
I think that's the right idea, but I feel just putting them all in a row is a bit heavy-handed. You want to introduce an idea, make sure they can do it by usually tricking them into doing it, and then rewarding them by giving them some chances to explore that before introducing other concepts. Also, I've just been informed from a reliable source that New Zealand doesn't exist, and it's an entire nation of crisis actors being paid by NASA.
Oh shit!
I'm on to you.
Yeah, but I'll try and work it out. As I said, I'm open to feedback, and that's one of the main things that I've been taking is feedback. And some people have said that I probably should, like I think Ashpanash said that I probably shouldn't take so much feedback. I should probably just get the main things down before I.
If you make something that you genuinely think is good and like to play, then it's likely other people will enjoy it too.
Yeah, I think
getting everyone to like it is near impossible, and there's always going to be people that don't like it. And the more niche it is, the fewer people may like it. But if you genuinely like it, if you genuinely think it's good, then probably others will too.
Yeah.
Although I can't give you any quantity.
Yeah, fair enough. When it comes to Flerfia, I think that there will be people that won't like it.
Sure.
And there's going to be people that, that will probably enjoy it regardless.
Yeah.
And I do think that it will come down to when I have the town. I think that's going to be one thing. I think that's going to be the turning point, and it's. I've even started on a bit of programming for the town too. Although I have to keep on taking it out so that when I put out updates,
Yeah. So when you say that, it makes me feel like you are more confident about the RPG aspects than the platforming aspects, which may be the case. I don't know.
I think the
context of storytelling fits a lot better with traditional RPG stuff. You can do it with platform games. There's plenty of good examples of that, but it's a bit kind of trickier.
Yeah, it is a little bit trickier to do it with platforming games. I just find that there's a few things that will definitely work well with the platforming aspect of it. And it's good to sort of be able. I think it's good to be able to compare what you've got to older works. So, for example, that's why I compare things to. That's why I compare my games to Unescapable quite a bit. Is because when you play Unescapable, there's definitely a difference between the two, and I think in a way Unescapable is more. As I said, I'm trying to find out why Unescapable has a somewhat better feel of fun, but at the same time, Unescapable also feels clunky. So
you should probably compare your games more to other people's games.
Probably. I'm trying to work out. Like the first thing I'm trying to work out is how do I make it better than my older games, and then I'm looking. Okay, what are some games that I'm trying to aim for? Because if I can't even make it better than my own games, then
yeah, ideally improving is good, but it's like how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice.
And so there's, as I said, I've definitely fixed up a few things, but since Unescapable, but anywho, outro.
Yeah.
So leave a like and subscribe if you liked that stream. Leave a comment letting me know your ideas. Like any advice that I should definitely go with, because as I said, I am open to feedback, even whether your feedback is taken into account. I'm probably going to take more of the feedback of trying to integrate the story. That's probably the main feedback I'm going to do, but I'll see how I go with that. But anyway, I'll see you in the next stream. Between you and me, thank you for watching. I'm just going to press stop streaming because I really need to.